criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
Let's go. It's time for Sedano and Cap.
A little sabor, and we're going to just nosh.
It is George Sedano. It is Scott Kaplan. Sedano and Cap is on.
I'm going to have to say respectfully, I'm going to disagree.
Okay, why is that?
I don't know.
The LA Afternoon Drive takeover.
He likes to lay the wood.
Yeah. You say Kikuchi.
Wacky forced radio stunt of the year. Ha-ha.
Christopher can go to hell.
Oh, nothing worse than the horse. Nah, man, black don't crack.
Benjamin Pratt is like, how do you say his name? Asminger?
Asminger. Hey, these Hard Knocks guys are all over me right now. It's like I'm back in Dayton. You are a bit killer.
Because you got to talk about sperm?
Here we go.
You don't know. You don't know. And you know why you don't know? Because you're gutless, Andy. You're gutless.
Sedano and Cap.
God, I'm going to melt you.
Yeah.
Hi, Cappy.
Georgie boy. What's going on, man?
I'm all right, Cappy. How are you?
I am well, but I caution you early on.
Oh.
Beto went to Mariscos Jalisco.
Yes, the shrimp taco truck in downtown L.A.
I know. I saw your Instagram yesterday.
Yeah.
So, George, they do this fried shrimp taco, and then what they do
I mean,
is...
you kind of had me at fried shrimp taco.
Right. Once they do the fried shrimp, then they build the taco, then they stick the tortilla with all the stuff in the fryer, and then they yank it out. So it's like, I mean, it is like one of the greatest things you'll ever eat in your life.
It's fantastic.
And Beto just brought in a whole bunch of them. I just crushed 3 of these things. There is a chance that in the middle of some conversation that we're about to have, I'm like, George, I'll be back. And I have to leave and run.
No, you'll be fine.
You'll have to do a duty.
I will take my phone with me, and I will call into the show.
No.
No?
No. I'm just hanging out, George. My plans got derailed because of Parker, so.
Oh, really?
I'll let you know about him
Okay.
later. I don't like him.
So, George, the stomach, who knows what's going to happen. But I'm more interested in you and last night and Oklahoma City than I am in my Mariscos
We
Jaliscos.
tore OKC up last night, as much as you could tear OKC up.
Now, when you say we, let's get
You
a
got
list.
toe up from the flow up?
Yeah, exactly.
Let me hear the roster last night of tearing up Oklahoma City.
All right, there's a bunch of NBA people like that actually work for the league that you don't know, so it doesn't matter. There's a couple of colleagues, and I mean that our boy Jared Greenberg was in the house, and we went to a hotel, hotel bar. They have like a bar in the hotel, like an actual restaurant, aside from the actual bar in the lobby. So we were there first, had some bites, some apps, some drinks, and 3 of the member of Lindsay's favorite NBA team ever were there.
Cleveland!
Yeah,
this is for you!
Who
Those
was
guys.
there? Who are those guys?
So Richard Jefferson,
Okay.
James Jones, who is the former GM in Phoenix,
Okay.
and I go way back with from his days in college, and Iman Shumpert.
Okay.
Iman Shumpert was
All right. So those 3 guys are in the same place that you guys are at, or are you guys all together? Like
Well,
going places together?
James was just there to watch the a game in the series. He's bouncing around and watching different series, or he's going to watch both series. So he's going back and forth a little bit professionally, just kind of going around. Because remember, he's still like a special consultant to the Suns at the moment.
Okay.
So there's that, and then Iman is doing like digital work for ESPN, and then obviously Richard's on the main broadcast.
Okay. And then where was my favorite sideline reporter? If you've got you and Jared Greenberg, where's my girl Lisa Salters?
Lisa Salters was not there. I don't know what Lisa did. Maybe Lisa went back. We didn't. They left in a different car than we did. So there's that. But I did meet the husband of one of your favorite sideline reporters, Pam Oliver.
Oh, I love Pam Oliver. What's her husband's story?
Well, you should follow him on Instagram and maybe you'll find out.
Who is he? What's his name?
Alvin Whitney.
Don't get all creepy, Cap.
Alvin Whitney?
No, don't give him the name.
I'll go follow him and see what his deal is. Alvin Whitney?
Hey, remember what Greenberg said, man? He said it's kind of creepy, man.
Yeah, don't be so creepy.
Why? What, following people just is creepy? Is it really?
He's a totally unbiased bystander, doesn't know the situation, and when you explain it to him, he said, "Yeah, that's kind of creepy." So, I feel like we got to go with that.
You're looking up.
He
Alvin
worked
Whitney,
at the
really?
NBA for a while.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
He's a producer.
What kind of producer?
He produces stuff, Cappy.
But is he a sports producer, a TV producer? Is he a movie producer? Is he a producer of Broadway musicals? And what kind of producer?
He's a sports producer, Cappy. And news. He did news
Wow.
at one point, too,
Cappy,
because he did work at CNN.
You worked with her a couple times, right, Pam Oliver?
Pam Oliver, yeah. Okay.
They've been married since 1990. How do you not know this, Cappy?
I don't. Yeah, I don't. We've never really gotten deeply personal.
DeAndre wasn't even born yet when they got married.
Nope.
So Alvin was incredibly complimentary of he walked up to me and said, I just want you to know, because I didn't know him. He introduced us, and then when he said who he was, then I knew because I'd known Pam Oliver's husband worked in the business.
Guy. Yeah.
Let me see.
And then he was incredibly complimentary. Just Pam and I watch you during the games. She always says you do such a great job. So I was like, man, she's a legend. So tell her thank you. I really appreciate that.
Does she have sideline reporter rankings?
She does not have rankings, but apparently based on her husband, I'm pretty high on them. Yeah,
that's the list. It's just George.
If she did have one, I would be high on them. Yeah.
All right. Well, I haven't found Mr. Whitney yet.
Cappy, you're terrible at this.
Why?
I already told you he's born in 1990. He lives in
Beto's
Atlanta.
already given us his whole biography.
And you want his LinkedIn?
No, but LinkedIn would be good for me. I like LinkedIn.
Alvin
a lot.
Whitney. Just Google that and LinkedIn.
Anyway, long story short, Cappy. So I ran into him. There were a lot of drunk people trying to take pictures with our friends, and one guy got a little. I told Lindsay's story. I'm just gonna try to put this delicately. He got a little I don't want to say aggressive because it wasn't aggressive. It was more like he just when you're so drunk that you don't realize that you're kind of just you're lurking and being annoying and he was interrupting people's this guy random guy just interrupting people's conversations and I'm not talking about just famous people's conversations because that's not literally just anybody. The guy was just so drunk that he didn't even make sense. He came up to me at one point and asked me, he's like, "Hey man, why did you think the Thunder won tonight?" And I said, "Oh dude," I said,
"This is just a conversation I want to have right now."
Did he know ball at all?
The game just ended. You're drunk, and you're coming up to me asking me why the Thunder won. Go ahead.
And I said to him, "Hey man, look, they got a lot of depth. They're really good." And he's like, "Depth? What does that mean?" And I said,
God.
And I said, "Well, they got a lot more great players than the other team." And then he just looked at me all confused, and then asked me again about why they won. And I'm like, "Oh man, he's asking me this question again. He definitely is way too wasted." Mm-hmm. So he started lurking around the females a little bit.
Who
that
are the
were with
females?
his colleague. Nobody you know. Mm-hmm. So these are people that work in the league, production people,
okay.
etc.
Got it.
And then it was just we had to kind of say, "Hey, bro, I don't know if you realize." We said it was very nice to him. "Hey, bro, you probably just you need to back up a little bit, And he was like, "Okay, I'm sorry." Mm-hmm. He was nice about it, but
did you contemplate breaking out the black belt?
No, it was never like that at all. Not even if 10 is black belt, this was a 1. Cappy, 1.5.
I thought this guy might have been.
This was not
9.5.
confrontational by any stretch of the imagination. I tried to express that from the beginning.
Oh, I thought you were going to give the guy one of these. Ha ha! But I guess not.
None of that.
But I guess not.
It was just the guy was too drunk, and he was just a happy, inquisitive drunk.
These guys are all impressed, George. Because, Beto had no idea that was coming.
No.
And neither did DeAndre. You guys don't understand. I'll give you one of these. Ha-ha! Wah! Wah!
I love that eyes.
Yeah.
Right there. So locked in.
Got to have crazy eyes.
You're like Kramer and Seinfeld right there. You're
you
ready
have
to
crazy
go.
eyes when you're throwing around
So,
hands
Cappy,
and karate.
you would have had a blast at this thing, yakking it up with everybody.
Sounds like a good time. And the thing about it is...
Oh! And I saw at the game Coach Michael Malone, every Lakers' favorite Denver Nuggets head coach, because he's now working for us and making headlines. This guy's out there going viral on his first day.
Understood. About 2 days before he was fired by Denver, he had this press conference. It's kind of all around right now, where he's hyping up Jokic for MVP.
Right.
And then last night, as an analyst,
he says
on
Shea's the MVP.
Right. And so a lot of people are thinking that he's really now pissed off at Jokic, and he used the ESPN platform last night to take a shot at the Joker, when in actuality he probably knew, like everybody else knew, that Shea was about to win the MVP today.
Is that what happened?
I don't know if that's what happened. That's just sort of a theory, working theory.
I was just curious because George had a different.
George,
take.
what do you think?
I just asked him if he thought he was trolling, and he was like, I don't know, maybe not.
I think it could be it could be two things could be true there potentially. You know what I'm saying? I don't think about trolling Jokic particularly. I don't think that has anything to do with Nikola Jokic necessarily. But I just think yeah. I mean, I don't know. He didn't go viral for being super complimentary of David Adelman, who took over for him on the broadcast.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't hear that, but
he talked about when in the pregame he said that David Adelman did an unbelievable job employing the zone against this Oklahoma City team. It really stymied them. It helped kind of take the series 7 games. He did a fantastic job. I don't know.
Well, maybe that's maybe that's potential trolling of, hey, listen, this was my guy. He was one of my assistants. I want to hype him up. But the guy who really took over as head coach, Jokic, he's the guy that got me fired. So I want to take my shot at him.
Maybe, Cappy. I don't know. I didn't ask. But I did. You
going to ask? You going to ask him?
I mean, I could. Maybe. I'm sure. I mean, I don't know if he'd be honest with me about that. But I did see him, and as you like to always ask, he did bring it in. I mean, he saw me coming. Yeah. He was on one side of the floor. I was on the other. He almost gave me like a Cappy-esque kind of point, and then came in, hugged it out, talked to him, asked him about his kids, because they're in their college age like yours, Cappy, and we talked about that. And talked a little basketball. It was great. Said it was great to have him. And I listen. I've always felt. I've told you this. He's incredibly honest. He always made my life super easy when I was doing sideline hits with him and at the end of quarters. He's probably the most honest coach I've ever talked to in those settings. And maybe so honest that he got himself let go, in Denver. But I think he's gonna be really good on TV because I just don't think he has any filter.
Well, bringing it in last night, that's like saying, hey, hey, man, we used to be on one side or the other, but now we're on the same team. So come over here. Give me some love.
Well, remember I told you I ran into him when I did a North Carolina game last year, that JMU game where they got upset and they got super embarrassed.
Yeah, I remember that game.
He was there in Hubert Davis's box that day, the head coach of their basketball team and former Carolina great. We ran into that, and he brought it in that day, too. So I think when, it's not been in a business setting, he's a bring-it-in kind of guy, Captain.
Okay, well, he's a lover. I like that. I'm the same way. Bring it in. Yeah. I just love to love people.
Yeah. Now, Beto, how did it go the rest of the way yesterday?
Oh, it was beautiful, George, and I'm not being facetious there. What we decided afterwards was that at 5:30, when we went to the YouTube-only component, that I was going to take over.
Still very skeptical about that today.
No, you know what? Normally I'm on your side, George, but after what we did yesterday, I think you're going to like it. Okay. And what we did is I interviewed Cappy, or we had a conversation where we took it away from sports and we just had una plática. We're like,
van a platicar.
Yeah, and we got into it. We actually stayed till about 6:15, and it was good because we both opened up about just how we feel and thoughts and stuff like that. And one thing that I got out of Scott was, when did he feel comfortable actually working here at 710?
Yeah, and
he said it wasn't until last year. And Scott was real raw and open. It was really refreshing.
How about this? How about we just raw and refreshing? I like that. That could be the name of the show.
Well,
raw and refreshing.
Actually, Beto came up with a great idea, which was the YouTube show, when we're only on YouTube, should be called 710 Raw or Sedano and Kap Raw. Something like that. I would like to add raw dog. I'd like to add the dog part of it.
We were so good.
Why? What's wrong with dog?
We were so good having a good moment. Then you just had to go.
And then you did you. Right. How about this? Speaking of doing you, coming up next, Cappy, I do have a Jared Greenberg update.
Oh.
And then I also want to talk about Game 1 yesterday, if that's okay.
That would be great.
So I will not be able to be on YouTube right now, but I will be for the YouTube-only portion because since I arrived here, I was the last person to arrive here
Where?
For ESPN at this hotel.
Okay.
They literally left me the last room available. There was no room I could have switched to.
Mm-hmm.
When I arrived yesterday afternoon, very quickly I had to run to the arena. I'm in a handicap room. There's no desk. So for me to be able to actually do the show and use my laptop, I'm not going to be able to be on YouTube now, but I will be able to figure that out for the YouTube-only portion.
Are you moving
to a new room?
Because I
won't need my computer at that point.
No, I told him he should use the ironing board once we get to
I
that.
did.
good
I'll
idea.
use that for the YouTube only portion.
Because
But
he needs it for now to type.
But
on
I
and
need
stuff.
to like look stuff up. I need to get to my live reads, and that's just too tough to be able to do it with the ironing board being kind of the way it's set up from
That's
the
a
back.
good idea, though,
An
for
ironing
me,
board's a
isn't
good
it?
idea.
Yeah.
Very good idea on the
No,
ironing
Lindsay
board.
came up with a great solution, but it'll have to be only for that last hour.
George, we need to get you like a bureau kit, you know?
Well, what he needs is a
Well,
second
I'm
computer.
setting one up at
Yeah.
home in the
Well,
new home.
that doesn't help.
No,
I know, but I will then create a version of that I could use on the road.
Okay.
Yes.
I carry 2 computers. I literally have 2 laptop computers. One I use just for YouTube, and then one I use for all the stuff that George was just talking about needing to do.
You know, you could just get like an iPhone.
No, I have.
No,
an
I
iPhone.
know, but I don't
It's
have
broke.
that capability at the moment right now because I need this phone too.
We'll
So
get you- we'll
what I
get you a
have my
bureau
work
phone.
phone,
Yeah.
right, that I could use for stuff like that. But yeah, I just need the proper setup. Anyway, speaking of that, Cappy, your setup I'm sure at the East Central is fantastic
It was
while
great.
you're there.
It was great
Yeah.
last night, and I had the Mamba room yet again. I mean, there was Kobe looking at me. Every room in the East Central, first of all, great contemporary decor. So if you're like into that, you know, it's awesome. I mean, I'm telling you right now that all the rooms are the biggest hotel rooms in all of downtown LA because this hotel has been there for a long time. Back in the day when you used to have big hotel rooms, not like these mega hotels now that kind of cramp everybody in. But the East Central is right across the street from LA Live. It's right across from Figueroa. So let me just say this. If you're planning on going to crypto.com, if you're going to LA Live, if you're going to go to the Microsoft Theater, if you're going to the Convention Center, the East Central is the absolute perfect place to be staying. I always say that it's the modern convenience of that front row to the whole world of sports and entertainment. That's what you're looking at when you're standing there at the Nixo Lounge and you're looking across Figueroa at LA Live. You are at the 50-yard line of the world of sports and entertainment. Great rooms, incredibly soft towels, brand new gym, which is everything you need in a gym in a hotel. The Nixo Lounge, this morning I had my eggs, my bacon. Everybody was taking care of me, which was great. And then at night, you grab a cocktail. They also have a really good menu in the evening hours. So book your next stay at the East Central Hotel in downtown LA, eastcentralhotel.com. That's eastcentralhotel.com. East Central Hotel in downtown LA, entertainment's official address. Hey guys, double down with me in my first ever $10,000 Blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats. So lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at espnla.com.
#01 96 1658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-7...
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrecht. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-687-5192.
This is Sedano and Kap on 710.
I'm a cocky son of a like, there's no question about that.
Sedano and Kap continues right now.
They leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all.
Let's go, Cappy.
Yeah.
Why Adele today? Do we know?
Good question.
Well, on this day, back in 2011, this is the #1 hit.
It's a great song.
Adele, Rolling in the Deep. I hit the post.
Nice.
Didn't even
Good
try it. Didn't even need to.
Excellent work. Cappy, I have a Jared Greenberg update.
Okay, can I reset for everybody what happened yesterday?
Sure.
So yesterday, George is on the air, but he's standing courtside about this same time yesterday. And George is kind of pointing out who's around the court. And Brian Windhorst happened to have been on ESPN at that time. And I was saying, George, wave from the background. And then here comes Jared Greenberg, who is the sideline reporter on TNT. George
He's working the series for TNT.
Right.
Yeah,
And George,
as like, they have like an intrepid reporter on site. Yeah.
So George starts talking to him, kind of like George is on the mic, but Jared's not on the mic. And then George says, here, I'm going to put you on the mic. And so then we wind up having this whole long conversation. And I realized I don't follow him on Instagram or Twitter, so I did both of those. Now, George, before you give me the follow-up, the only follow-up I need to give you is this morning I went out and walked Chris Morales around downtown L.A. like the dog that he is. 90-minute, 4+ mile walk that concluded with us going up some really tall stairs and Chris doing a great job, man. The cardiac kid is alive and well. But at the top of the stairs, he decided we should shoot a video and we should probably address Jared Greenberg.
Yeah.
And we were like, Jared, need that follow, bro. Not that I really care that much, but I think the bit is kind of funny. So what happened?
So I saw him yesterday. And then he's like, he looks at me and he's like, I'm going to follow one of your teammates on radio. Because he showed me very quickly that you guys were trying to follow him on Instagram or followed him on Instagram. And he's like, I think I know which one I want to pick. And I said, oh, yeah? And he goes, Morales.
He likes the name Morales, huh?
So he followed Chris. That's the only person he's followed back.
Yeah, because what he did was today is that when Chris posted a video on Twitter, he tagged Jared Greenberg.
Right, and then Jared, I saw earlier today, put the eye emojis, the big eye emojis on top of Chris's video.
He did indeed. So I guess that must mean, hey, look, I'm following you, pal.
Right.
Well, I would say Chris is the better follow.
Right, he's following Chris.
Mm-hmm.
I also have Beto, you'll like this.
Wait a second. Here comes Beto. Beto's walking right back in. George, Beto is now in charge of all of my merch for the Cappy Cast. Did you know that?
Oh, I did not know that.
Oh, yeah.
Beto
is completely taken over the merch store at
well,
the Cappy
you need
Cast.
help, Cappy.
Yeah. All right, here's Beto. Beto's back. George wanted to talk to you. Yeah.
You'll love this. So, again, along the lines of Cappy being, quote-unquote, creepy, as Jared Greenberg said yesterday, I wake up to a text message from Jared this morning, and it's a screenshot of his Instagram. and it says, really wants that IG follow. And who is it in his DMs but one Scott Kaplan?
What'd I say?
Thirsty.
What'd I say?
And you just it made me laugh. I'll say this.
Oh, you sent him a message.
I guess. I mean, I don't remember it. I was on the
And
air. I never remember
said,
anything off the air.
Were you drunk? It literally said sliding.
That's what I said? Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know what happened? That's so funny you say that. I forgot completely. You know what happened? He yesterday when he was on the air, and I said, yeah, I said, I'm going to follow you on Instagram. I'll send you a message or something. And he said, what are you going to slide in my DMs?
Yeah.
And so I wrote in sliding.
Yes.
Such a creeper, man.
Is it creepy?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
A little weird.
A little weird, I
You
guess.
can just follow and stop.
I mean, I didn't know who the kid was. I mean,
Then why follow him?
But just because he was funny on the air yesterday. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know who he was.
He's excellent.
Yeah, he's good. He's going to blow up in a couple years, man. He's
Yeah.
on the brink of getting those big-time jobs.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Well, I mean, I'd say doing the Western
Sidelines,
Conference
yeah.
Finals on TNT for the NBA it's a pretty big job.
No, but he does play-by-play, too.
Oh,
That's
yeah?
what he really wants
Is
to
that
do.
right? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said,
burgeoning play-by-play voices.
the day that I saw him.
Wait, so are you guys competitor, like competing with each other then, George?
No.
Okay.
Is he not doing ACC football?
No, he's behind George. Come on now.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
he's not behind or in front or whatever.
I'll say it. I'm the hype man
Say
here.
it, say it. Yeah.
Sedano,
Yeah.
Sedano.
Anyway, so so Cappy, you slid into his DMs.
I wrote sliding.
Yeah, I know. I know.
pretty
He
funny.
sent it to me.
That's
It wasn't
pretty funny.
AI. I didn't expect that to be the case. So
All you have to do is just follow somebody and leave it as it is, Cappy.
Well, I thought the whole thing was very funny yesterday. You know, and when he said, "Are you going to slide in my DMs?" I was like, "Okay, here it goes, sliding." Yeah.
so weird.
I did not know who he was, but when we were at a Laker game, I was standing there talking to Kevin Harlan and Reggie Miller, and he's probably looking at me like, who the hell is this guy? And then I looked at him, he looked at me, we kind of had an eye thing going where we're like, my Hebrew brother. Yeah, right on. Then we gave each other
Oh
a
yeah,
little
he
chest
actually
thing.
did say something similar to that effect. Like he didn't remember the instance, but when he heard you say that story, he said to me, "Yeah, that probably happened." I probably looked and said, "Hey, did I go to like his bar mitzvah or something?"
Oh, that's great. That was funny, man. That was a very funny thing that happened yesterday on the air. Very
organic.
impromptu. Yes. Yeah,
That's
it was great.
as a Levitar would do. You get the show. Like Greenberg gets the show.
He got it.
He can fit in.
He
here.
did. He got it very quickly. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
there's no doubt. So he did walk up to me at the bar and say, "So that's what you do every day in L.A.?" I'm like, "Yeah."
That's
He's
pretty
like,
much
that
it.
sounds fun.
Yeah.
That's like what Trudell's friends say to him. This
well-
is what you do every day?
Well, Michael Trudell just sent a message to George and I, and I'll
I
read
haven't
it
checked
verbatim on the air. It says, "I know."
Wait, no. Is it for air?
It doesn't say not for air.
Oh, geez, Cap.
It doesn't say not
Is
for
it-
air.
Could he get mad? You're already two
We have
strikes
not
ahead of
established the not
Yeah,
for air thing
I-
with Trudell.
Now,
Here, hold on.
Mike,
Let
needs
Beto
to know that
decide.
not for air needs to be the first thing because
Yeah.
Cappy is a blabbermouth
But
and will
he doesn't
literally
know
read
that.
everything.
Cap got like 3 strikes with Trudell.
In
Right,
one
you already
day.
have 3 strikes,
Let me,
bro.
let me
One
show the
day.
crew in the.
Oh, wait,
let
and
me
by the
show
way,
the crew. I don't know about this.
And
need to
George,
see this.
George, I almost killed Trudell today because Beto brought in these mariscos Jalisco shrimp tacos, and Trudell was like, "Oh my God, those smell so good." I'm like, "Here, have some," and then he realized that there was shrimp in there. And once he found out about shrimp, he goes, "No, not unless Michael Thompson pays me. Will I eat that shrimp?" All right, let me tell you what's going on in the studio right now. Funchy is looking at the text messages. Funchy says it's okay. I mean, he was like, "It's no big deal." Now Lindsay's looking at the text message. She doesn't
I
seem
feel like
to.
that's just a joke, right?
Yeah, she doesn't.
I think
seem,
it's Trudell's
Also,
dry
why
humor.
is your text lettering so big, Beto? Are you? Cappy.
Is that
why
big?
Yes, that's very big. That's
Let me
like
see yours.
Bro, he's
grandpa.
in the 50s.
Let me see yours. Really?
It's really big. You have to
Hey,
like
you
go
need some
into
glasses,
your
dog.
settings. Yeah.
By the way,
Cappy, get some glasses,
Wait a
bro.
second. I got news for you. I wouldn't know how to go into the settings
Well,
to change the
yes,
size.
you did, 'cause
This
that's
is-
not
this is
default.
standard.
There's no-
Well, then
not
somebody
default.
did it for you.
That's not a
That is
default,
not
man.
default.
I have
setting,
no idea.
Cap.
how
No
to do
chance
it.
that's
Let me see
default.
yours. Let me see how small yours are.
Look
I
at
can't-
Beto.
Whoa, wait.
Let me see.
Hey.
Let me see yours, Beto. I showed you mine. Let me see.
Oh,
that.
that's a great drop right
Let
there.
me see that. I can't see from here.
Yes, that's the point.
No.
Turn it around.
I have never changed
From right
the
now,
settings.
I know Greenberg and Cappy. I prefer Cappy despite the insensitive things he said about my family. That was the text.
That was what Trudell said.
Yes, I can read
There
that
you
from
go.
here.
Let me see yours.
Right there.
Oh, no, I can't read that.
See?
But I
You
didn't
definitely
change it.
change. Well, it's funny. My dad's text is even bigger than yours.
Oh, dude,
it just like takes up the whole screen.
Right, Rachel's the word "the" takes up the entire screen.
So you do know how to change it.
No, I don't know how to change it.
Rachel did it.
But she did
Somebody did it for
Rachel
you.
did it so she could
I'm
read his
telling
screen.
you, this is default.
Yeah.
This
No,
is
no,
default.
no.
Yes, it is
No, it's not
1,000%.
That is definitely not no
That is
default, man.
is what that is right
Zero
there.
chance that's
Come
default.
on,
They
no
can read that
way.
in South.
Let
No
me ask
way.
you a question. How the hell do I even change it? Where would I go?
No, leave it. You won't be
Rachel,
able to
to
read
your
Beto's
settings.
point, Rachel probably did it because then she.
It's like it's
That
in
way
the
when you're
settings for
sitting
your
next to her.
messages and stuff. You could change like the fonts and stuff like that, the sizes. Yeah.
You know what the size of that font is? Enough to where you're sitting next to him and you can read it.
Yeah. Trudell, by the way, did say it's for air, so he just texted.
I actually.
But
do
we already
have
read it, Trudell, so there's that.
Right. I didn't read it
Hey.
though. Beto read it.
Yeah. So, hey, real quick, let's get to the game. There's a game tonight, too. But first, let me tell you about my home away from home, LAX. At Los Angeles International Airport, the People Mover train is rolling in early next year as part of LAX's ongoing investments to improving your travel journey. The new trains will quickly move guests between all terminals, the new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses. So if you're local, you don't need a car. But if you do need a car, right, to get to LAX, or you prefer that, but you won't need to based on the metro trains and buses being connected to the People Mover train. You got the economy parking lot, the Kiss and Fly lot, and you can do all those things I mentioned, the rental car, the trains, the buses, the parking lots, all in 10 minutes or less, plus the terminals. And they depart every 2 minutes once they open in early 2026. So for more information, go to this website, lawa.org/ESPN. That's lawa.org/ESPN.
Saturday, it's East.
Hey guys, double down with me in my first ever $10,000 blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats. So lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at espnla.com.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrick. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
11173 Next Gen, here for you now and for years to come.
NEXGEN, call 833 Next Gen.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
Sedano and Kap for your afternoon drive.
Take a look at me.
I feel like your fat is less visceral.
Oh, really?
The LA Afternoon Takeover rolls on right now.
Oh, yeah. Come on now. Tony Braxton.
Now, George, I want to tell you something here.
That's a voice right there, Captain.
It is a good voice. I'm like very irritated right now.
Why is that?
I'm here to
Your
tell
text
you
is too
right
big?
now that my text
Wait, who was
messages-
singing real quick?
That was me. Sorry.
Yeah, that was good.
Pretty good, ladies.
Oh, I'm a terrible singer. But
I mean, it was like a whisper. I mean, like a singing. It was good. It's a good song.
I just want you to know that my text messages, I believe, are the default
No,
standard
they're not, Cap. I'm telling you,
size,
they're not. Look
okay?
at all of ours and look at yours.
Well, I'd
It's
like
not.
to look at all of yours. Now, here's the thing. So now you guys got me all paranoid, right? So now I went to get my readers. Ahem. Check out these readers right
Oh,
here.
my
boy.
God.
Check out these readers.
Oh, hell
Santa
no.
Claus in
You're
the
like a
house.
librarian.
What do you mean?
Hell no.
What do you mean? And by the way, I got news for you. When I pick my head up and I can actually look over the glasses to see.
Why are you wearing them that far down on your nose?
Well, because I feel like that's what you're supposed to do, like an old lady. You know? But when I look at my screen, now it looks massive. I mean, now it looks really nice and clean and clear, and the letters are big and easy to read. When I look up, it's blurry, and I'm telling, that's not, George, you got to see my new readers, man. I am looking.
I do. I see them here on the. I'm seeing them on Twitter.
I am looking at like like a 95-year-old grandma.
You
right
look
now.
like you worked in the library.
Right. Anybody needs to know where the Dewey Decimal System
I
is?
was just
I got
gonna
you.
ask if you knew that. That's not a thing anymore, is it?
I don't think it is, but I don't know for sure. I don't know, George. I think these old lady glasses are doing it for me. There's some Sally Jessies that I'm rocking right here.
No, hers are the huge like wireframe ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think.
I showed you mine.
Donnie who had him first.
That's true.
I think they look pretty good.
They add like 20 years to Cap. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, Georgie boy, listen. Talk to me about the game last night because I'm confused by some things. But go ahead.
Okay, well, go ahead. Ask questions. Ask away.
Here's the thing I can't figure out. So I was watching the game last night. It was me, Beto, and Chris. We were down at the Lazy Dog down here in LA Live, and we're
At
watching
the
the
Dog,
game.
dog.
Yeah, we're at the Dog. I'm watching the game, and it got to a point where it wasn't going to be much more of a game. I mean, the
Right.
second half,
Somewhere in the early in the fourth quarter, you could already see OKC pulling away in a big way.
right? And Anthony Edwards, who I played on Prize Picks yesterday for less than 25.5 points, he only
Yeah.
scored 18. I was pretty
Right.
surprised because, to be honest with you, I actually intended to play him for more, and I accidentally played him for less.
But
And I
this
was
is
like,
why I tell you got to go less sometimes.
You have to go less. And I'll tell you where I really screwed up is I had Rudy Gobert to have like more. I don't remember exactly how many rebounds it was. Dude, it had like 2 rebounds. I mean, he was awful. Did he even play? I mean, seriously. Like, I think I bought into Rudy
Well,
Gobert.
they played him off the floor. Here's one thing I thought Mark Daigneault did a great job. He pulled a very interesting lever, okay? And he has said to me all season long, Cappy, okay, when we've been – and, I've done a number of games, okay? So he has said to me, we have the capability of going small because a lot of the conversation centered around, hey, Chet Holmgren. Remember he had that broken hip thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so he was out for like 2 months and change. So a lot of the conversations when he came back was, hey, how do you play the 2 big men together, him and Hartenstein, who they signed in free agency for like $60 million or whatever it was. And, he kept saying, we talked a lot about that, but he always would punctuate it with, but we could always go small with Kenrich Williams at the 5. And, we do that occasionally. And even though I didn't see it a ton other than in blowout situations, I was like, I always remembered that, right, that he said that. And then, out of freaking nowhere, they're down in the game early in the third quarter. He brings in Kenrich Williams, plays super small, and they run Rudy Gobert's ass off the floor. And I was just like, and then I went into their huddle, because as you know, in these radio games, I'm peeking into the huddles constantly. So he was like, hey, man, Shea was giving, hey, man. Shea was leaning over to Kenrich Williams, and so was Jalen Williams, J-Dub. And they were, like, encouraging him, yeah, man, keep bringing that energy, whatever. And then, like, Daigneault comes into the huddle and gives this great, like, super cool, diagram of what their next play is going to be. And he says, and you guys keep it going. He goes, because you guys, let's just say he used some not safe for work language. He's like, you guys were playing like bleepity bleep bleeps, in the first half. And I'd never heard him curse ever. So it was awesome to like hear him curse in that setting in like a fun way, like in an encouraging way. It was great. So it was like a really cool deal. And I've been a big fan of his because I think he's a really smart coach. You and I have talked about him a number of times over the year. And what an incredible lever to pull an adjustment made on the fly in that game early in the second half that really propelled them to kind of a victory that ended up becoming a blowout.
Yeah, and that's just it. It did become a blowout. And, the one thing I hear a lot of criticism today is about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And
the foul merchant stuff?
Yeah, and so I what I did was, because, again, I was watching the game in a restaurant.
Wait, let me play what she said.
Okay, here's Doris.
Doris.
Okay.
He's a great free throw shooter. 5 of 7. So he's taken 7 free throws already in 4.5 minutes.
It's a reason NBA Twitter likes to call him the free throw merchant, Mike.
The free throw merchant.
They do. They call him that.
Mm-hmm. So I guess this afternoon, I'm like, I'm not understanding all of this criticism towards SGA because the dude gets to the free throw line. So I went back and I was watching the game again from last night, and then I brought DeAndre into the office. I go, DeAndre, what is everybody bitching about, man? I don't really quite understand it.
All right. And DeAndre, what did you say to Cap?
And by the way, we were watching 2 plays in particular. The one play was he drives down the lane, and he kind of falls over to his left, but he puts the ball up, and he knocks it down. I want to say that made the score about 76-66, and he definitely did not look like he got touched. His body's flailing all over the place, and they called a foul. And the other one was a little bit later. Again, DeAndre, you remember the second one?
It was against Jaden McDaniels when he was when he
fouled out.
When he fouled out. When Jaden McDaniels fouled out. So I pretty much told Cap that SGA does a good job, especially coming off the pick and roll or any one-on-one setting, is that the moment he feels any sort of contact, especially around the hip area, he does a good job of creating that contact and drawing fouls. And that's what not a lot of people like, because he does do a good job of initiating the contact, which does suck, but he does a good job of drawing a foul, and that's the whole point.
So David Adelman, the coach of the Denver Nuggets, who we were talking about earlier, during the playoffs, he mentioned of this during one of his press conferences early in the series. I think it was game 1, after game 1, and the Nuggets won that game. He said, we did a really good job of withstanding Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's forearm push that he gets away with. And technically, he's wrong about that, but it was really smart to bring attention to it in that series very early on in the series. So what he does, to DeAndre's point, Cappy, is Shai, to shield his body, will bring up his forearm. Now, he rarely extends, which is where if you do that, that is an offensive foul. But he just brings it up and kind of creates like an L in front of his body. But he absorbs the contact that way and initiates it in a lot of cases, and that is why fans get mad, because they're saying he brings up his forearm, the defender is not coming into him, he's going into the defender. And, it's a subjective judgment call at that point.
You know what I think he looks like, Cap?
Tell me.
You go to look at those car dealerships, and they got those wind guys, those
Yeah.
windsock guys
Yeah,
on the
right.
top, and they
Yeah.
go like this.
Yeah.
That's what he looks like.
I mean, his body does like flail all around and everything.
Yeah, it's like-
But a lot of guys do that now.
Right, like to me, I guess
James Harden really started that, 15 years ago, whatever the
But
hell
isn't
it was.
7 free throws in the span of 4 minutes? Isn't that a little egregious? Like, he wasn't shooting, and it wasn't like he was shooting the ball. He didn't shoot the ball well at all in the first quarter.
Right.
So
the first half, he was 2 of 13.
So once I was telling Kat, once you start seeing the ball start to go in the net, and you're like, okay, I started to get a little comfortable, it's game over. So in the second half, he was getting to his spots, especially in the mid-range.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the best at getting in his spots.
And that's what we were doing. We're sitting there watching these highlights, and we were watching like the abbreviated game. And I'm going, what's all the criticism? The guy is knocking shots down from everywhere. He's driving to the basket. Yeah, that doesn't look like a foul to me.
But
on
fans,
the other hand, he's still
Cappy,
knocking down shots.
We also live in a world.
I guess not.
No, you do.
I'm
in
kidding,
this
I'm
sense.
kidding, I'm kidding.
Cappy, what happens is we live in a world of 4K TVs and super slow motion. The television product is so good, okay, that replays are too good. So what happens is that, prompts a reaction from people watching live, whether it's on their TVs or their, whatever different platform you're watching on the internet or whatever. And then on social media, it gets aggregated, and that's where all the outcry becomes. So that's why people get mad, because they are able to see it so well and so clearly in a way we didn't have, because we have all these different technological advantages on productions of sporting events that, people now can see it in real time, and then later if they didn't see it in real time.
All right, well, let's get back to it a little bit. Also, I really want to hear what you think about the Knicks and the Pacers a little bit later on, and a lot of storylines around the Eastern Conference Finals. But before
there's some chatter about what Minnesota did wrong too. I mean, this isn't just about Shea. I thought Minnesota, really played poorly in the second half on a number of fronts. Yeah, it was cold in there. because of Minnesota. Yeah.
All right, plenty to get to, but I'd love it if you would tell us about Jacob and Ronnie before we get going.
Absolutely. Listen, I've always told you guys, if you get into an accident, you call Jacob at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew at 710 sent you. So here's the deal. If you're injured in any kind of auto accident of any kind, you might be wondering, what are some of the advantages of hiring our guy, Jacob, my friend, okay? First of all, it's very simple. You're hiring someone with over 25 years of experience. But maybe the simplest answer is Jacob and his team, they'll hold your hand throughout the entire process. Jacob will handle everything from the phone calls with the rental car company, getting your car fixed, finding you a doctor in your area. They'll deal with the insurance company on your behalf, and Jacob can immediately get you the medical attention you deserve. So you get into an accident, it's very simple. Call him at 844-24-JACOB, 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew at 710 sent you. And with over 25 years of experience, he's got the reputation and the clout, man, to get you the compensation you deserve, and that's really important too. Okay, so if you're injured, any kind of accident, one name to remember, Jacob, Jacob, Jacob. So when you call an attorney, you want one who's respected, call Jacob because he's the real deal, and tell him Sedano and the crew at 710 sent you. Call him at 844-24-JACOB, 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 or visit him online at calljacob.com.
Hey guys, double down with me in my first ever $10,000 Blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats. So lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at espnla.com.
Choose the best care for your child at chla.org.
Are you looking for a trusted roofing expert in Southern California? Journey Builders has you covered. This is Mike Trudell from ESPN LA. Journey Builders specializes in quality roof replacements for homes around the Southland. They'll ensure that your roof stands strong. ESPN LA listeners who call in today to book their free same-day inspection get $5,500 off their roof replacement. Journey Builders also offers financing. Call 888-607-8808 today. That's 888-607-8808. Or go to journeybuildersinc.com.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation.
Hey, it's Travis.
You deserve.
Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser are hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrick. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
Karma Brands radio station.
710 ESPN. Sedano and Cap for your afternoon right now on 710 ESPN.
It's time for what you need to know.
Let's do it. What you need to know right now.
What you need to know is brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times. It's the 90 minutes from wherever you are. Take it away, Liz.
Thanks, George. So what you need to know is that there is a new Netflix documentary out as of last night, and it's the life of Brett Favre. And everybody needs to watch it.
I saw this Yeah, I saw this. I don't know if I care enough about Brett Favre to
but it's like
watch a documentary, but
it's like the untold the fall of Brett Favre.
Right. No, I know the whole Mississippi
It's like the
thing
bad
about
thing.
stealing money or whatever allegedly.
Oh no, I thought
blah, blah, blah.
is that what it's about? Or is
Yeah.
okay, what about
It's called
the
the
woman?
fall
the stuff
of Favre.
right, and then there's also the stuff in New York.
Yeah.
Like there's
So I was seeing some social media posts today about it, and I think I saw it on Awful Announcing, where they were like, "Dude, this is the worst thing that could have ever happened to Brett Favre."
Well, he did it though, right?
Yeah, right. Like I'm not sure everybody knows the details. I'm kind of like with George. I'm not sure anybody cares that much about him anymore now.
Everybody does though. They like to build people up so they can break them down. That's like the world we live in,
Okay, wait a second. Here's DeAndre. Now, DeAndre, have you seen this?
I seen half of it.
Half.
And honestly,
How long is it?
it's about an hour.
Why'd you only watch half?
Well, because I was watching it as I was getting ready to come here to the studio.
Oh, okay.
And so I was watching it, and I'm like, Damn, I did not know much about Brett Favre. Obviously, I knew about him towards the end of his career. But I didn't realize as far as him being drafted to the Falcons and all that stuff and how it went down over there and then him being the savior for the Green Bay Packers. So it was kind of cool to get the insight of that. But I'm on the part right now, obviously, his story with the New York Jets. So I'm kind of curious to see how that goes.
Yeah, it's listen, Brett Favre played, college football at Southern Mississippi, so he wasn't like a star of college football. He wasn't at Notre Dame or USC.
No, right.
He was at like the next level down. Not that it wasn't Division I, it just wasn't SEC Ole Miss. It was Southern Miss. And he was a good old country boy. And then, like you said, I think it was the second round of the Falcons. They traded him to the Green Bay. Green Bay at the time, George, check me on this. I want to say Green Bay had Don Majkowski may have been their
Don
starter.
the Magic Man, Majkowski, yeah.
Then I think Mark Brunell may have been one of the quarterbacks on the Packers at that time. And I think Kurt Warner may have been like there in the early days. What did they talk about any of this?
So the first one, Majkowski.
Don Majkowski.
Yeah, so he was a starter, and then he went
man.
down. He went down with an injury, and that's when Brett Favre came in and stepped in to be the starting man. Obviously, he took off from there.
Yeah, and Brett Favre was a total gunslinger. He wasn't as smart with the football as like a Peyton Manning was, but he had that Southern boy, I'm going to just wing it all over. In fact, George, I'm trying to remember his last game, I think, was with the Vikings, and they were in the playoffs, and he's running out of the pocket to his right, and he throws the ball across his body and across the field. And
it was against the Saints.
Was it the NFC Championship?
Thinks
it was against the Saints, wasn't it?
It was definitely playing for the Vikings. And he just threw a ball that he shouldn't. A quarterback of his magnitude would know. You never throw a ball like that across your body, across the field. And it got picked.
I remember because Paul Allen was going crazy, like when Brett Favre ended up doing that.
Yeah. But then what happens is they I'm asking because I haven't seen it yet. They then go into all the controversies in his life. Is that
he hasn't seen it either.
Yeah, they pretty much do. I mean, I don't want to be a spoiler.
You're not spoiling it. We all
Spoil
know
it.
it.
Spoiler.
No, I don't say it because I'm going to watch it tonight as soon as I get home.
I want to watch it tonight too.
It's me personally, like I said, not knowing much about Brett Favre, I find it interesting understanding how his career and how his life went down. So they talk about everything with his life, with his family, and all that stuff. So
Cap, you got to watch the Liver King one too. Don't
I
forget
definitely
that.
want to see the Liver King.
That
I
one's
just got done
interesting.
watching the Osama bin Laden one, but that was a
that
three-parter.
was really long.
Dude, the last one was an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, George, back to you.
Back to you.
I was fascinated listening to the conversation. You
So-
guys were cooking, man. I didn't want to get in the way.
Yeah, no, it's good. I'm very curious. I can't wait to see it. I'm really looking forward to it. But tonight,
Yeah.
I got to say, tonight I see myself more, although I guess the game's going to tip off at 5 between the Knicks and the Pacers.
Yeah.
And then we're going to be on the air. Well, let me rephrase that. We're going to be on till 6, on the radio till 5, on YouTube till 6. But,
Yeah.
George, I want to say this. What you missed yesterday on the YouTube part was this.
Right.
We sent Funchy Lava to Taco Bell around the
Oh,
corner.
for the chicken nuggets,
And the chicken nuggets were good. They weren't like the greatest chicken nuggets you've ever had in your life, but they were
Oh.
good given that they were from Taco Bell and you probably weren't expecting it.
Oh.
Then he brought back like this Mexican pizza. He brought back a quesadilla.
You killed it all too.
And we ate all of it. We didn't care. Put it this way: we ate so much Taco Bell that when I went to the Lazy Dog for dinner with Chris, I actually had a salad. I was like, okay, I probably shouldn't eat anything. I should probably just have a salad, right? So today, though, on the YouTube portion of the show from 5 to 6,
Yeah.
Beto and Parker are on their way to the Dodgers Diamondbacks game right now, and
Okay.
they will be on live on YouTube from inside Dodger Stadium during the YouTube only. What do you think
Okay,
about that?
cool.
Is that good?
I like it.
All right, me too. Me too. So tonight, 5 o'clock tip-off between New York and Indiana.
Who are you still rooting for the Knicks?
No, I'm not rooting for the Knicks for a variety
Really?
of reasons. Yeah, you want me to outline them for you?
Sure.
Number one, nobody, and I mean nobody, messes with my boy Windy.
I know.
These Knicks fans, they're out of control, and I don't know. I haven't spoken to Brian about this. I haven't bothered to call him about it, but I will just say this: when you're as I guess I'll say famous, when your face is plastered all over ESPN and you're at a sporting event, you're famous. I don't know exactly what happened other than the short clip that I saw on social media. I'm almost surprised Brian Windhorst would leave Madison Square Garden and walk the streets in that mess in what looked like he was all by himself. I don't know if
He
had
said
a-
he was like, I'm just walking over to my hotel. It's not that far. It's like a block.
I understand, but when you're as famous as he is, again, at a sporting event, he wasn't at a football game, he was at a basketball game. Everybody there knows who Brian Windhorst is because his face is plastered all over ESPN. So when that guy walks up to him and gets in his business, to me, and maybe I'm exaggerating here, that looked like it could have gotten real dangerous. Okay?
Yeah, but I feel like that's the only fan base where he probably would have had to worry about that. Don't you think?
Know. No, I don't know. I mean, if he would have picked the Knicks and they would have been in Boston, then maybe Boston fans would have done the same thing to him. So, but I don't know. It looked dangerous to me.
I don't think so. I feel like that's like I don't know. Also, like setting
Anyway.
cars on fire, you know?
Did Sedano give you the breaking news?
No, which breaking news?
Do I do it, George, or do you want to wait
Oh,
till
no,
5
he knows.
o'clock?
I told him Jared's
you did?
following you.
Oh, yeah, he's following me.
Yeah.
That's got to
Not-
sting
and,
you.
and I also broke the news that Cappy slid into his DMs.
Yeah, and I wrote the word sliding.
We saw.
Yeah.
We have a screenshot.
Oh, you got the screenshot too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
From Jared, though.
Well, you,
in
you
the
put out
DM.
the.
So Jared and I are DMing now.
Oh, goodness.
He sent you the
Oh, my
screenshot of your
goodness.
DM and his DM.
How does that feel?
Well, I mean, you this morning when we got to the top of the stairs. And
But I
was-
didn't know yet.
Oh, by the way,
No, I
Christopher,
know. Well, you
can
put
you
out
give
the
me
video.
wait,
Yeah.
real quick, Cappy? Can you give me? It is a final.
It is a final.
The NBA has announced officially that guard Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the recipient of the Michael Jordan Trophy, the 2024-25 Kia MVP Most Valuable Player.
Nice.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, this morning
We
when
should play
got,
Be Like Mike for that.
They should do that. When we got to the top of that staircase,
Yeah.
and I was about to
We
deliver,
went to Angels Fight this morning.
Yeah, and when I was about to deliver CPR to you,
No, I was fine. I was actually, you were surprised how good I was.
yeah, I give you credit. But that's when you posted that video of you and me.
Yeah.
And then you brought up Jared Greenberg.
Then
and
he
you-
retweeted it.
And then you tweeted it and you Instagrammed it, I think.
Yes.
And then you tagged him in that.
I did.
So I think that you were rewarded.
By getting the follow
Yeah, you
and
got
then the
follow.
slide.
You got the follow. Oh, so Jared slid into yours.
Jared slid in with a screenshot.
Now, you guys think I'm creepy. Now he's creepy.
I don't think
Right,
so.
but now they've established a relationship.
Yeah,
You guys
we've
are
got a
now tight?
relationship.
You guys are now like BFFs like me and Wendy?
I don't think we're BFFs,
No?
but there was a little volley back and forth, and that was it.
What'd the conversation go like? How'd it go?
Hey, man,
Hey,
nice
man.
post.
Hey, man.
Then a screenshot.
Yeah, oh, nice.
Yeah.
He sent you a screenshot of me sliding into his DM
Yes.
and writing the word sliding.
Yes.
That's weird.
Was it like the video
No.
of Wendy when he slid
What's weird?
across?
What's weird is you sliding into his DM.
No, I didn't slide. I sliding. Did.
I told him, listen, Cappy will always be my number one Hebraic brother, but there's room for number
He
two.
could be number two.
Yeah.
He could be number two. That's exactly right.
We ready for 5 o'clock, boys? Oh, it's going to be fun at Frivolity.
Well, you know
Where
that-
are we? Are we going to Taco Bell again?
No, but Beto's going to be in Dodger Stadium.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Nice.
But I just had like 4 Jaliscos.
I saw
Jaliscos
that. I saw
tacos.
it. I saw it on the
Fire.
Instagram.
Fire. I'm glad you're here because just in case I have to get up and run to the bathroom.
You got to go poo poo?
I may.
Well, you did another scraper? I thought you did a scraper this morning.
I did a lot of scraping this morning.
Oh, that's gross.
No, what do you mean gross? People make duties. I mean, that's just the way it is. That's
Right, but we don't need to have like the visual of what you just called it.
Scraping?
I called it a scraper more on the. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We were walking around downtown LA last night. We decided we were going to walk
Cappy
around.
couldn't believe how it was last night. He's like, "Wow, there's so many people out and about." I'm like, "Well, people live here, man."
No, because we usually
Because in the
walk
morning
in
you
the
get so
mornings-
scared.
No, in the mornings it's a bunch of zombies on the street.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
It's still.
calling them zombies is not nice.
No, it's not nice.
You know what? I'm
It's not
kind of
nice
with
at
Cap
all.
though. I took Chewy for a little walk over here. What was it? 1 o'clock, just to get his nails
For
trimmed.
old time's sake.
Yeah, and I was like, man, I'm glad
Like
I
when
don't
I
live
used
down
to
here anymore.
When I used to walk Chewy.
Yeah, but you weren't here.
It's not. It was not intended to be nice. I mean, I'm telling you, in the mornings it's gnarly. At night, I was pretty impressed last night with the nightlife that was going on in downtown LA. It was, by the way, there's a brand new Javier's that they just put in.
But then here's the thing. So we were walking on 11th, which then becomes something.
Oh yeah, well that.
And you could tell we were starting to get into, and Beto was like, "Wow, Chris, you're brave." I'm like, "We're fine. We're walking. We're 3 guys." And Cappy's like, "Maybe let's take this street up."
Well, I mean, I didn't really need to go into Skid Row. I mean, I don't want to scare DeAndre, by taking videos of dudes lighting up.
Come
on, man. Why
would DeAndre be scared?
What does he have to do with
lighting
it?
blowtorches to their crack pipes.
Like Jordan yesterday with Funches, our social media guy.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
Jonathan, sorry.
Jordan.
I said something to him this morning. I'm like, "You good?" After yesterday, he's like, "I wasn't scared, man. I wasn't scared. I'm
Hey,
from Inglewood."
man. Hey, you could have fooled me, man. He was really,
man.
yeah.
There were
DeAndre was more cooler than him.
You're damn right.
There were multiple walks with Christopher and Chewy when I used to live downtown where, like, he would have to, switch to the other side of the sidewalk as we passed one of these strange characters because it seemed like
Strange
there was a level
characters.
of concern about me just simply walking
Cap, did you have a
past them.
fanny pack with you? No fanny pack?
No, last night I didn't have the fanny pack with me. I didn't have it. I didn't have my fanny pack.
Oh, you weren't tucked, man.
So I know, like
Oh, he's always tucked, but that's something
yeah,
else.
different deal.
Wow.
By the way, I walked into the office today, and now Blanca, who is our security woman downstairs, when I saw her, you know what she said to me today, George?
What's
hey,
that?
man. That's what she said.
Did she really?
She goes, hey, man.
No, she did.
Yeah.
Did she really?
Oh, yeah, because everybody's doing it. The whole world is hey manning. Yeah, it's true.
Hey, Manning.
Hey, man.
So here's what's going to happen at 5 o'clock. If you
Yeah.
are interested in the Eastern Conference Finals Game 1, which how could you not be? Pacers-Knicks, that will start on 7:10 a.m. and on the all-new ESPN LA app. Just click the ESPN title. Meanwhile, on YouTube and on the Listen Live tile, Sedano and Cap continues for an hour. Will we do bonus coverage like yesterday? Will we go to like 6:14?
Yesterday was
We opened up. I mean, Sedano, I don't know how much Cappy has told you or Beto. We got raw. We were talking about like the last several years here and how things, the evolution.
Yeah, Beto told me.
And
Yeah.
how you saved the radio station. All of that. We got open and raw.
I did not necessarily say
You saved it. You're the black hand.
Yeah, the black hand is what he says. He calls you the black hand. You know.
Like Cappy was trying to review this morning. I go, no. We're not doing this.
No, I was just ripping you, and then he was like, "No, you can't do that to the black hand.
No.
Can't do it." George, I've given you
Because I
one
don't trust
reason.
Cappy. He could be recording me.
Right. I gave you one reason. I gave you my first reason why I'm rooting for Indiana. It's the treatment of Brian Windhorst. I'll give you reasons 2 and 3 when we return. Just so you know.
Let's do that. Yeah, because I got to talk about the crazy Hernandez brothers who are now dealing with Rachel because Cappy needed new flooring. So, well, we made that connection, and you should make the connection too. So if you need new flooring for your home, rental, or even your ADU, man, Hernandez Wholesale Flooring is the place to be. You call them at 866-62-FLOOR. You can talk to the crazy Hernandez brothers yourself. You can go on their website as well, hernandezwholesaleflooring.net, and you can see all the stuff that they've got there. But you know what drives me nuts? These big box national retail stores pretending to give you a deal by marking up the price just to mark it down. I mean, come on, we're not idiots here, okay? But at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, I've told you this, legitimately family run. You got the crazy Hernandez brothers. You got Papi Hernandez, who started it in the 70s, okay? Mom is there. The aunts, the uncles are there, the nephews, the nieces, the cousins. They're all there working as a family in Santa Ana and in Commerce, okay? So call them at 866-62-FLOOR, and you'll get the authentic old-school TLC and actual wholesale pricing year-round. No bogus sales, no gimmicks, just the best price from the start. That's why I say it, and I mean it. No sale beats wholesale. So whether it's hardwood, laminate, tile, vinyl, carpet, you name it, they got it. They got over 5 million square feet of in-stock inventory in their 2 locations that I mentioned that are literally the size of 5 freaking football fields. So you can see it, touch it, and take it home with you on the same day, all the flooring, of course. And that's huge, especially when you're trying to finish the project fast. It's why designers, contractors, and builders all shop here, and they know the crazy Hernandez brothers are always going to take care of you. And check this out. First responders, active military veterans will all receive additional discounts on top of the already low prices. And if you find a better price, Hernandez will match it, no questions asked. So head down to Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. Call them at 866-62-FLOOR. What are you waiting for? Dude, you need flooring. These guys are going to hook you up. They're part of our family. We're now part of their family, which means they're part of your family. So call them at 866-62-FLOOR. HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net is the website. No games, no gimmicks, just the best price in town year-round because no sale beats wholesale. 866-62-FLOOR or HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net online.
Hey guys, double down with me in my first ever $10,000 blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double Down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats. So lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at espnla.com.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their 1-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrecht. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
Jacob.com. We're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
Hey guys, have you checked out the all-new Park West Bicycle Casino? With a new owner, fresh renovations, and upgraded amenities, it's a whole new way to experience LA's premier table game casino. From poker, blackjack, ultimate Texas Hold'em, and baccarat, they've got all the action for ESPN LA listeners. Brand new players who sign up for their Players Reward get $30 in match play. Just say, Cappy sent me to get $30 in match play. Park West Bicycle Casino.
Please gamble responsibly. Problemgambling.ca.gov. 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGR-001291. GAR-001292. GAR-001298. BSIS license number 1358.
If you have ever thought about remodeling your bathroom but were worried it would take too long or cost too much, then stop worrying. Right now, Jacuzzi Bath Remodel has designed a collection of high-quality custom products and perfected the one-day remodeling experience so you can enjoy your new bathroom faster than ever before. It's a worry-free bath remodel from the most trusted brand name in the business, Jacuzzi. A jacuzzi bath system fits in your existing tub space. It's a no-mess installation with an amazing style selection, factory-certified installers, and a limited lifetime warranty. Call 800-717-4599. That's 800-717-4599 right now and get 50% off installation with no interest and no payments for 12 months. Replace that old bathtub today with a walk-in shower for a safer bathing experience. If you have lived in your home for over 15 years, it's time to remodel your bathroom. For a virtual or in-home appointment, call 800-717-4599. That's 800-717-4599. 800-717-4599.
Sedano and Kap, 422 on a Wednesday afternoon.
Oh, I forgot that you were there. Sorry, I didn't mean to step on you there.
Yeah, what did you have?
I just wanted to just jam to the song. It's a great song.
On this day in 1983, the number one hit, David Bowie, Let's Dance. So I walk into the control room. Cappy,
hold on. Can we talk a little Bowie here real quick?
Sure.
We are.
DeAndre, there's no way in hell. And I love you, bro.
That's what my story was going to get to, yeah.
I never go this. Oh, I understand, Christopher, but the name of on the marquee is Sedano and Kap. So every once in a while, we like to take the reins.
Ooh, the Black Hand just told you the way it was.
Can I talk? I mean, he's here like 1 hour a week. That's fine.
Respect the Black Hand. Where's the Black Hand?
Wow. See, every once in a while, we got to give it to you, too, okay?
I don't mind taking it. I'll take it for you, Sedano, anytime.
Hey there.
So, DeAndre, I don't ever do this to you. There ain't no way in hell you know anything about no David Bowie.
So it's funny that you mentioned that. So I told Kasim, because he's running the board today, and I was all like, hey, let's play this David Bowie.
David Bowie.
Oh, David Bowie. You made him Sam Bowie's brother.
Exactly.
That's what he said.
Exactly.
I thought it was Baba Bowie's brother.
Sam Bowie, who was drafted instead of Michael Jordan to the Portland Trailblazers.
Exactly
changed Michael Thompson's career.
That's exactly what
Did
Butcher
actually.
said.
It
Michael
really
Scott.
did. It did.
Yeah, it changed everything. Michael Thompson claims that he told them that to take Michael Jordan. And they were like, no, we have Clyde Drexler. And it's like, so what? Michael Jordan, that's the guy.
And
now,
Michael Jordan made up for it against Clyde in 1990. Was that 92? Right? Yeah, 92.
Yeah, the Blazers series,
Yeah.
which honestly I think, Christopher, and I know you're a big Jordan guy, and DeAndre, I don't know how far back you go with the NBA.
Oh, you
on
don't
this
go that
stuff.
far back. You don't go that. You don't go
but-
Clyde.
Look,
You
man, I
never-
know
you never
ball.
heard of
I know
Michael
ball,
Jordan.
man.
You
I'm
don't
a
even know who
ball
Michael
nowhere.
Jordan is.
Come on, man.
You never heard of
Ball
Michael
nowheres.
Jordan.
Come on,
You thought
man.
you went to Michael Jordan's bar mitzvah. You thought he was the kid down the
What are you
street.
talking about?
Wait, what?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
know
But I
nothing
would
about no Michael
say
Jordan.
that the Blazers series, to me, okay, was, off the top of my head, the most competitive of the Jordan series.
I mean, I was 9 years old, so I don't know.
You don't remember it?
Not
quite
the
that much?
98
No, I don't-
finals when he was like on his last
So
leg.
I was going to say 98.
The Jazz were really good, too, I guess, too. But, man, those Blazers team, maybe in the first iteration, because they beat the Lakers pretty easily.
Yeah, the Lakers were hurt, as Michael always likes
yeah,
to try
Michael
to
said
bring
that
up.
all the time. Yeah.
I know they were hurt, but they were
Scumbag
also
Michael.
old.
Byron
too.
Scott, James Worthy, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, great. They were done, and it was Michael's time, okay? So they blow through the Lakers. I think you're right. The Blazers
I'm
were
trying
tough.
to think, like, was it closer than the Suns series?
Well, none of those first two were really that close, but
The Blazers. I'm looking at it here. So there was one Chicago. I'm now looking at it. Game 1, Chicago blowout. Game 2, Portland won by 11. Then the Bulls by 10. Yeah, I guess there were some good games though.
What
Like
about the '96 Sonics?
Yeah, but here's the they were up 3.
Come on.
No. But
Come on, baby.
Here's what I'll tell you. Wait. The Sonics, if I recall correctly, the Bulls. I'm not looking this up yet, but the Bulls were up 3-0. Sonics then win next 2.
Yeah.
And then Jordan closed them out in Game 6.
And that's where the famous image from The Last Dance comes from of MJ making that face watching the iPad, because that's when Gary Payton was like,
I had him. If we would have won a game earlier, I would have. Right.
And Jordan was like, I ain't worried about no glove. I ain't worried about no glove.
You know what I'm saying?
Why did you throw that in there?
Because that was Gary Payton. that was when
No,
Gary Payton.
it was.
You know what I'm saying?
See, that's
Yeah,
why.
you're right.
You think we could just throw that in, whatever?
Yeah.
You
Gary
know
Payton,
what I'm saying?
when the hand was on with me
Hold
and
on,
George.
hold on. I think Jared Greenberg's texting me.
Oh, come on, really? Now Jared Greenberg's
Backhand of 710.
Oy vey.
Sedano.
All right, where were we?
Oh, so anyway.
So back to David Bowie.
So David Bowie, right? Not Sam Bowie. That is pretty funny, DeAndre, that you didn't know who David Bowie. I mean, David Bowie, very influential, in music. Like, I mean,
I will say I do know that song. I do know.
You
that
know
song.
Let's Dance?
Yeah, I do. Yes, I do.
I mean, that was the early '80s. David Bowie was very hot. You know, he's coming off the whole Ziggy Stardust thing. You know about Ziggy Stardust?
No, I do
No,
not.
you ain't got nothing. No,
Ziggy
you got
Stardust.
nothing on
No,
Ziggy
Ziggy
Stardust.
Stardust.
No, you
No,
got
no.
nothing on it, do you?
He was like a character. He played like a character.
It was an alter
He was
ego.
very much like a method actor. You know what I mean? Like, but for music is what I would say. And
Like
how I would
Igor.
describe it.
You should watch the documentary. It's on Netflix. It's right after
It's
the
very
Brett Favre
good,
doc.
actually.
Yeah.
Oh, really? There's a documentary?
I
Yeah.
don't know. I made that up.
There's actually a couple of them. There's like 3 of them.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, they're very good. If you want, I mean, listen, I would just say he was incredibly influential for a lot of acts after that. There's no doubt. You know, I mean, and by the way, acts from all sorts of different genres that credit him for his individuality, creativity, et cetera, with the way he looked, the music, the videos, all that stuff back then. So anyhow,
I'm just
Take
gonna,
it, Key, take it.
I'm just going to marinate on that right there. I'm just going to marinate. I'm just going to take it all in, you know? George.
well, I just want DeAndre to know that, David, not Bowie.
Yeah, not Bowie.
Was a big deal.
Big deal. Big.
Not no deal, but a big deal.
Right. That's exactly right. So, George, I was about to tell you
Yeah.
that the reason I'm rooting for Indiana in this series tonight is this.
Right.
One, nobody. And I
Right,
mean
we got it. The
nobody
Windhorse thing. Go ahead.
Disrespects my boy
Yeah,
Brian
come on.
Windhorse.
Okay,
That's
come
number
on.
one.
What's number
Got
two?
It. Number 2.
Thank you, Brian.
Number 2. Knicks fans. Guys, I just want to remind you, and I know
Wait,
you
isn't
know-
that the same as number 1?
No,
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 like,
no, it's not. It's not the same. Number 1 is don't mess with Windy.
oh, okay, but that was also because you said the Knicks fans went too far with him.
But number 2 is, hey, Knicks fans, celebrating like you just won.
Wait, why didn't you do that in the Sammy Davis voice?
Hey, man.
No. Hey, Knicks fans.
Hey, Knicks fans, let me tell you something, babe. Okay, I'm quelling over here. Let me tell you something. When you win a playoff series and you behave the way these people have behaved, guys, if you win the conference and you're going to the championship, okay, I understand the celebration. If you win the championship, I understand what happens thereafter. But winning a playoff series and this sort of behavior, you guys look like idiots, okay? And then there's the third part. And the third part is Stephen A. Smith. Now, you know I love Stephen A.
Yeah, you guys go way back.
I love Stephen A. And 99.9% of the time, I agree with Stephen A. In this particular case, Stephen A. is under my skin. All right?
What happened?
I don't like the way that Stephen A. is like the Knicks ambassador. Now, I know he's a fan, okay? But the things that he's telling me now on First Take.
Like what?
I'll give you an example. I'm glad you asked. Stephen A. went full preacher on me today. The New York Giants and the Jets, they don't represent New York. The Knicks.
Oh, no,
are
he's
all
right
New
about
York.
that.
They're
Let me
all
tell you
New York,
something.
Okay,
New
they're
York-
all New York.
New York, I would 100% agree with that.
Lord have mercy, he said.
Look, New York is a big place, clearly, bigger even than L.A., as we know, from a population standpoint. So there's a lot of people that like a lot of things. But at the core, New York is a basketball city. Baseball, I would say, is a close second. But if I were ranking the sports and the importance in that city, it is absolutely basketball number one. Baseball, a close second, okay? Very similar here to L.A. I think it's Lakers, like 1A, and Dodgers 1B. I would say, to me, that's how I view New York. And then football is third to those two, and then hockey beyond that, et cetera. So, yeah, I think – I'm not saying the NFL is not massive in New York, but what I'm telling you is, like, the fabric of the city is woven through baseball and basketball. Basketball particularly because all the courts, so many street court legends that played through there, that culture of just ball there in a way that there is really in very few other places. And if there are like they are in New York or similar to New York, it's not close to being what New York street ball is. So, and then baseball used to be that too. Kids used to play baseball in the streets in New York, for God's sake. Football never had that like those two sports had in woven into the fabric of that particular city, Cappy. I don't buy that. I'm with Stephen A.
So Stephen A. went full preacher on me this morning, the whole Lord have mercy kind of thing. But I don't really like? I don't like the fact that he's using his platform, which is huge, to hype up one guy and put down another guy. So he's hyping up Jalen Brunson because that's his New York Knicks guy. He's a star. Tyrese Halliburton, not a star.
Oh, I disagree with that.
I do too.
That's where I disagree. Tyrese Halliburton, look, Brunson is great. I remember when he was on the Dallas Mavericks, I covered that 2021 Western Conference Finals, and I was blown away by him back then. And now, the leaps he continues to make is incredibly impressive. I'd known his dad, Rick, for a while. Such a good family. Mom as well is fantastic. Like, they are he's a great kid. He's got great parents. And, like, this kid lives, eats, breathes, poops ball. So he's a star. I would agree. But to dismiss Tyrese Halliburton as a star, I think is short-sighted by Stephen A.
I just don't like that he's doing that because what he's doing is he's hyping one guy who, again, listen, I like Jalen Brunson. For me, Jalen Brunson, all my respect in the world was this year when the Knicks were playing the Lakers, which, oh, by the way, was the Stephen A. LeBron game, and Jalen Brunson got hurt and still knocked down those 2 free throws, and then they had to carry him off the court. But Tyrese Halliburton has had an amazing postseason. Tyrese Halliburton was just rated by his own peers as the most overrated player in the league. And here's a guy who is really taking his game and his team to the next level. So it really bothers me, because I love Stephen A., that he's hyping one guy because he's on his favorite team, and he's downgrading another guy because he plays in the smaller market. So for all of those reasons, I got Indiana.
Okay, fine. So, Cappy, I will say this. I am very impressed. That was an excellent segment, I thought, all around, from the way we wove that segment from Bowie into the sports into why you're going against
what is this? What are you, Steve Mason? You got to pat yourself on the back to get through
the
show?
No. Can I finish what I was saying? But if there's one criticism of what we should have done in that segment, we probably should have played Stephen A. saying the thing that you
could
said.
have. Could have, would have, should have, might have, still may.
Yeah.
Usually you tell us, though, Cappy. You'll be like, hey,
I was hoping that's where you were going.
No, not Cappy. He's not thinking of that.
No, I like to do my Stephen A. rather than hear
you.
That's true. You do.
I think that's what this is about here.
I'm talking as a father.
Now, normally you want to tell. I mean, you are guilty of telling us the thing before we have the sound actually play. However, I do believe that I did my Stephen A. there, limited fake Stephen A. But I believe that you just do like doing your Stephen A. impersonation.
I wanted to bloviate.
What is the thing you did yesterday about dipping the thing?
Dipping what thing?
Dipping the thing.
What bit were you doing? Were you doing a Taco Bell bit? A Stephen A. dipping the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what was
true.
that?
In the sauce.
Oh, yeah.
Was it the avocado sauce? The chicken nuggets?
No, you did that yesterday.
It wasn't a fiery ranch.
With the fiery ranch?
What are you guys even talking about?
Yesterday,
I don't know if I want to be involved.
He did a Stephen A. impersonation of like, I'm dipping it in the sauce. What was that?
I'm dipping this chicken finger in some ranch. I don't remember.
It was something like that.
I'm dipping it as a father. All right, Georgie, you ready to keep going?
Let's talk Radio Tinder.
I like that idea.
All right, we can do that next. But first, how about you tell us about Prize Picks, Cappy? It's the place to be, right, in the state of California if you want sports action, okay? It's very simple, Cappy. Download the PrizePicks app. Use the promo code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y. First $5 play gets you $50 bonus. It's very simple to play, too. It's more or less. What does that mean? There's a stat line for every individual player and every individual sport imaginable, and you pick more or less on that particular stat. You bundle a couple together, you can win cold, hard cash. I know you were very upset about Rudy Gobert not getting you enough rebounds yesterday.
The whole thing really pissed me off. You know what I mean? Rudy Gobert was like nowhere to be found, and I had him, and I combined him. I'm trying with Chet Holmgren for like more than 18 and a half rebounds, and these guys were like 12 rebounds, and most of them were Chet Holmgren. But George, let me ask you this question. If you're playing Prize Picks today, if you've downloaded the Prize Picks app and you use our code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y, and you make that first $5 play, you instantaneously get that $50 bonus. Do you think it would be better today if I told you could win 25% more of your money? Would you like that?
Sure, of course.
Here's what I want you to do. When you download the Prize Picks app and you use the code Cappy, look down at the bottom of the app on your phone. You're going to see a tab that says Promos. When you click on Promos, this is just for you. It's the payout boost. 25% basketball payout boost. You're going to get boosted by 25% if your lineup wins. That means if you took two players and you decided the more or less, and that hits, not only are you going to win, you're going to win 25% on top. Today's a great day to win a lot of money on Prize Picks, George.
I love it, Cappy. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Hey, guys. Double down with me in my first ever $10,000 Blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk, and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats. So lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at ESPNLA.com.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrick. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
It's Sedano. If you're ready to upgrade your driving experience, you gotta go and check out what's happening at Cadillac and their incredible new lineup of state-of-the-art EVs, sedans, and SUVs. And hey, look, there's no better place to experience the luxury of Cadillac than at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Check out Cadillac of Beverly Hills and their beautiful showroom at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And check them out on the web at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
4:39. Sedano and Cap, a Wednesday afternoon radio Tinder time. We like to play a TV theme. He turned 73 today. Happy birthday, Mr. T. Turn your mic on.
I don't need to. I'm yelling.
I pity the fool.
I pity that fool.
DeAndre, what you know about Mr. T? What you know about the A-Team?
Look, I love Mr. T, man. I love Mr. T.
You work on the A-Team,
man.
You work on the A-Team right
Man,
now.
you don't know nothing about Mr. T. All you know is Pusha T.
Clubber Lang. All right, I'll give you that one. But let me tell you something right now. You ever see Mr. T at like a Laker game or something? You see Mr. T and you'd be like this. You'd be like, that's Mr. T? Like, you think Mr. T looks big and bad and mean, and back in the day he was pretty built, you know?
He's also 80
Yeah, I was going to say, like, he's 80 years old now. You
Yeah,
don't look big and bad right now. It's like,
He's actually 73. I just said that.
I know, we're just...
Right,
it's like Jimmy Goldstein by now, man.
But I saw him a
I
couple
mean,
years
PJ
ago.
Carlissimo is 73. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing
I
here?
saw him a couple years ago. I was like, really? That's Mr. T, huh?
He was probably 70.
Well, at 70 years old, I could
I
take
bet
him.
you he looks at you and be like, I'm not impressed by this guy either.
No, man, I got him now.
Pot
Right now, I got
pot
him.
up that theme song a little bit more. I want to feel it.
I love it when a plan comes
By the way,
together.
Stallone is also small like him, too.
Yeah, but Stallone did a lot of steroids. Although Mr. T probably did, too.
Of course.
Yeah. You can follow her at Lindsay Baseball on Twitter, Instagram. Don't forget about our new sponsor, the Crazy Hernandez Brothers. Why did it fade out on that like that? Come on now. I want to feel it.
Did you just point at Kasim?
Yeah,
Why
you
don't you
blame
give him a break?
Kasim?
It out, Kasim?
I mean, listen, man, this kid's doing a good job. It's his first day.
Yeah, but I don't like a quick fade.
I told DeAndre,
Note that
wait,
in your
Kasim is running
notebook,
the board?
Kasim. Chris Morales does not like
Doesn't
a
like
quick
a quick
fade.
fade.
I don't want a quick fade, man.
And
We
then
don't
what you
train
do,
people in
Kasim, is
drive
that you
time.
after you wrote that, you just put like hashtag quick fade. So that way
No.
it's easy to
Okay?
remember.
These are the streets. I don't like quick fades.
You take it down slow.
Oh, my
Kasim.
gosh, Chris.
Take it
Brought
down
to you
slow.
by Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. If you're in the market for new flooring, shop at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where every day is a deal. No gimmicks. Call 866-624-FLOOOR or go to HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No sale beats wholesale. Pot it up nice and loud now here, where I go. Take it away, producer Lindsay.
You missed it earlier. I hit the post and I didn't even mean to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love when that happens.
Yeah, that was great.
Cappy likes to hit a post without trying.
Post hitter.
Shut up.
Like a ball knower. Who you telling shut speak
You.
that way to Lindsay?
Ball
That's so rude of you.
Who did I tell
Don't-
shut up the
don't
other day?
speak that way to Lindsay. That's my Lindsay baseball. Don't tell her to shut up, Mr.
This-
Gutless. Shut
I didn't tell her to shut up.
Yeah, you did. You looked right at her.
No, I was looking at you.
You were not looking at me.
How can you tell he has sunglasses on?
Right.
Yeah, why don't
Right.
you have your blenders on?
I don't know. I left them. Now I got my grandma's on today. Take a look at these right here.
Oh, my gosh. They're so bad.
Yeah, they're terrible.
You like 'em?
All right, Linz, go ahead. They are terrible.
All right, so today it was
Kasim,
announced
You can borrow these.
when you're going over your notes that say don't do a quick fade. Today it was announced that the Bills are going to be featured on Hard Knocks for the camp portion, and then the NFC East is going to be featured during the season. I mean, I feel like they did the division thing last year with the AFC North. It was pretty interesting. I like the team-centric ones more, and I feel like the Bills, that's a pretty good story to follow. So will you guys watch Hard Knocks with these the schedule, with these, teams and division?
No, I just am not a Hard Knocks person anymore. Like, I watched the first few years because it was cool and innovative, but I feel like it's not, I don't know, it's not very revealing to me.
I will watch Hard Knocks, the camp version, because I always like to get to know the players, the coaches, and be the behind the scenes. I fell in love with the Detroit Lions a few years ago because of their Hard
we
Knocks,
remember. We
you know?
remember.
How about a little kick ass on 3? 1, 2, 3. Kick ass.
DeAndre, can you give me the Hard Knocks theme song? I love that music, though. The music and what's his name as the VO?
Clyde.
Ray Donovan.
Vlizel.
No.
Liev Schreiber.
Yeah, Liev Schreiber.
I was so close.
He's a great
I was
VO
so
guy.
close.
Yeah.
Clive and Liev were not that far away.
I was thinking of Clive Owen,
Okay.
and he's not the same person as Liev Schreiber.
But 2 years ago,
But I
they
get
did
it.
the in-season with the Miami Dolphins, and their head coach is so bizarre yet so entertaining that I watched that one. But I think this year, between the Cowboys, the
Will Scott
Commanders,
Kaplan get cut? Or Scott?
right, all of it. And then you got the disaster that is the Giants. I think this year could be really good.
We should
the
do
in-season.
Hard Knocks Sedano Kap version.
I like that idea.
Like you and me training in the morning.
Oh, yeah. Out on the streets.
Lindsay Baseball walking Chewy downtown.
You talking to Kasim about a quick fade?
A quick fade.
Zombies walking up to us on the streets in the morning.
Funchy at the Taco Bell.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It's Hard Knocks.
Yeah, man. Taco Bell, man. Yeah.
All right, what else you got, Linz?
Well, I didn't
All right,
have
yeah,
one.
Linz, actually start. Go right
Well,
ahead.
I was
How
going to
about
ask
we
you.
just-
You're watching it. Yes. No. Okay, we're good. All right, next one.
Go.
All right, so Aaron Donald recently said, on the, I believe it was the Rich Eisen podcast that he was a guest on, said
It's a good
that
show.
he's
It's a good
actually
show.
pursuing
Good
an
show.
acting
Great show.
career
Great
now
show.
that he's done with football. So, do you guys think A, Aaron Donald would be a good actor, and B, what current NFL player do you think would be like made for the movies?
Aaron
Do
Donald.
I think
Shador.
Aaron
He's got to be a good actor, right?
Oh yeah, Shador, really?
Yeah.
First, he's got to make a team.
He's on one now. You know, don't. Just saying.
I mean, all I'm saying is you got to make the team. You know, I watched Aaron Donald this morning on Instagram bench pressing 130-pound dumbbells. Each one was 130 pounds. DeAndre, you think you can bench press 130-pound dumbbells, 260 pounds?
Look, man,
Look,
that's
man,
easy.
what-
That's easy work, man.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah, that's
easy now.
easy
Come
work,
on
man.
now.
That's
Really?
easy work.
Easy
Yes,
work.
man. Yeah, that's
Really?
easy work.
260 in dumbbells. Really?
Yeah, that's easy
130
work.
each, no problem.
No problem.
Aaron Donald is still just so ripped, and I think that he's putting out all this content of himself working out so that he can try and attract, some sort of movie roles. I don't know if he got the personality or if he's got the skills like Dwayne Johnson or John Cena.
Why not?
But I'm saying I don't know. But I'm saying
That's a
it'd be
good, like,
interesting.
DeMarco would be a good person to ask that too, no?
Be interesting to get him to go out there and see.
Right,
what he
who's got the biggest fun personality? Right.
For me, how about this guy as a
How about
possible
Whitworth?
actor?
Well, he's not active, right? Yeah.
How about Max Crosby?
Oh, he'd be good.
He's an
He
interesting.
could play
he
like
would
in,
be good.
He could play
Yes,
like in a horror movie.
Yeah. What kind of movie?
A horror movie. Horror?
Did you say horse or horse?
No, I said horror.
Michael,
H-O-R-R-O-R.
calm down.
I don't think that's how it's pronounced.
It's not?
I think it's
Horror.
horror.
He's saying it like horror.
It's horror.
Hor-
A horror movie.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Yeah, it's a
To
horror.
put my New York Jewish accent on it.
It's a horror film.
I'm sorry.
All right, go ahead. Lynn. Sorry.
Wait. Chris, you got anyone? George, you got anyone? Good actors?
No,
current
that's
NFL
a good
players?
one. I didn't really. I was thinking. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm thinking of like quarterbacks.
What about the quarterbacks?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I feel
Baker.
like
Baker would be good.
Oh, Baker would
sure.
be good.
Yeah, get the headband out there.
Yep.
In
Planting
my
that
a
flag.
new version of Dude, Where's My Car?
Yeah. Oh, totally. Come
honestly,
on, bro.
I know. I've said some stuff about him recently that's not been flattering, but I honestly think Rodgers actually would be a good actor.
Probably. Josh
He would
Allen
be like
could.
the method actor who gets
Yeah, of
so
course, yes.
into it.
He'd try to be Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Right,
Exactly.
he would have to be like one of those guys who immerses himself in
Yes,
the character
yes.
and lives his life as if he is Jim
And then
Morrison.
everyone's like, "What
Yeah.
happened to this dude? He just never grew out of that character." What was that, Austin Butler, when he was Elvis for like 3 years?
Yes.
Yeah.
Josh Allen could do a movie where he just chokes at the end of it every time.
Wow.
Wow.
All right, Funch has the next one.
All right, speaking of movies.
Are we just going to the top of the hour here? at
No,
this
we
point?
cannot do that, actually.
Then let's break. Go ahead, Funchy. Go quickly.
Speaking of movies, Tom Cruise is coming out with another Mission Impossible, and I was watching
Yes.
Mission Impossible this morning. I watched 1.5 Mission Impossibles or whatever movies or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm all in on these Tom Cruise Mission Impossible movies. Woody, are you guys all in on Tom Cruise movies? Swipe left,
But
swipe right.
I love the way you delivered that because I told you to do it fast.
Yeah, I am. I'm doing it fast.
Do it fast.
I'm
baby.
doing it fast.
There's a drop.
Has,
Cut that up. Doing it fast. That goes
I
with.
love, honestly, that was really well done. Like, seriously.
that goes with
And-
Jerusalem Cherry from the Open.
Jerusalem Cherry.
By the way,
I've been in this business for a while. I know what to do.
based on box office, Tom Cruise may be the greatest actor of all time.
That's what I was just telling Lindsay.
Yeah. Based on the box office he's
How
had
many
as a
Mission
career.
Impossibles, though, have you seen?
8.
I've only seen for sure the
He's
the
got
first
8?
one.
At 8 of them.
There's 8
No, I've
Mission
seen the
Impossible?
first
8
one
Mission
for sure.
Impossibles.
That's impossible.
I've
Yes,
only
there
seen
is.
Mission
maybe-
Impossible. Make
maybe
it through
2.
an entire Mason and Ireland show.
Oh,
What?
wow.
If you get to hour 2, this thing's self.
That's Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible 9, making it through a Mission Island show.
Will John stay awake the entire show? Will Mason talk sports? That's ahead on Mission Impossible, the 9th version. Sorry.
That's all right. That's all right.
Funch was like, I think he's like the best action star. And I was like, no way, The Rock's got him. Totally.
But from box office, he may be the greatest
Yeah,
actor of all
I
time.
think so. Maybe not like, I think now, generally speaking, if you put like The Rock's action film that's coming out tomorrow up against this, like Tom Cruise Mission Impossible 80, I think The Rock's movie's beating him.
What's the Rock movie tomorrow?
I don't know. I feel like he's filming something. Let me look it up.
Wait, he's
Have
filming
you
Well,
seen
you know
Tom
what?
Cruise?
Before you do that,
Yes,
you
please.
do that, The Rock was in Walking Tall, which was a casino-based movie.
Oh.
Cappy, why don't you tell us about your friends at Bicycle Club?
Oh, that was beautiful.
Georgie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Georgie.
Do it quickly, though.
Hey, guy. Hey, come check out the burger. check out the Park West Bicycle Casino. Hey, it's just minutes from downtown LA. The bike is back and better than ever. How do I know that? Well, I was talking to a guy the other day, and he said to me, hey, everybody has moved to the bicycle. And I go, you mean like everybody has left one casino to go to the bike? They're like, yeah, everybody plays cards now at the bike, LA's premier card room. They've got all these new renovations, these incredible upgraded amenities. It is a whole new way to experience LA's best card room. And you can play all your favorite games, poker, blackjack, ultimate Texas Hold'em, 3-card poker, baccarat. And I'm just going to remind everybody, mark your calendar Friday, June 6th, because we're hosting a blackjack tournament at the bike. It's our first ever ESPN LA blackjack tournament. Stay tuned for details. We'll get you all signed up. And when you go, brand new players who sign up for the Players Reward Program, you get $30 in match play when you walk up and you say, Cappy sent me to get my $30 in match play. People have been tweeting me and texting me, sending me pictures of the match play that they're getting. Park West Bicycle Casino. The stakes are high. The rewards are even massive, more massive than you could ever know. Come see what everybody's talking about at the Park West Bicycle Casino. Hey guys, double down with me in my first ever $10,000 blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats. So lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at ESPNLA.com.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrick. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
Now on this one, he knows he's going to keep that fade going for me.
DeAndre bouncing around a little bit.
4:53, Sedano and Kap on a Wednesday afternoon. Today is National Juice Slush Day.
Oh,
Juice Slush.
Glad you said slush after juice.
And we lost him in 1997. Happy birthday, Notorious B.I.G. Now you pot it up a little bit, Kasim. There we go.
Wow, birthday today. Wow.
Coming up at 5 o'clock, Eastern Conference Finals Game 1, Indiana and the Knicks. You will hear that on 7:10 a.m. and on the ESPN radio tile on the ESPN LA app. We will keep rolling until 6 p.m. on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
All of us?
All of. Well, if George drops off, he drops off. And on the Listen Live tile on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Thank you, Christopher. By the way, keep this going. Did you ever see the movie Notorious? Any of you? Or no?
I've seen it.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw it.
Did you like it? It was
Never seen it.
It was
You're
okay.
busy
I
watching
thought.
Mission Impossible.
That's right.
Yeah, you've been
All
watching
8 of them.
Every one of
All
them.
8 of them, yo.
Yeah, but it just I kind of liked it, but I was like, this is not a great movie. But I'm watching it because I love the story of Christopher Wallace. But it was not a great movie per se.
Biopics are hard to do.
Yeah.
And
How
I
old
feel
was
like the
Biggie?
casting was a little weird.
How old was he when he died? Early 20s,
He was like
right?
20. He wasn't even 30 yet. I don't know.
No, I mean, I think he was like early
Mid-20s,
20s.
maybe.
I want to say like 23.
Oh, let me
very
do the
young.
math.
You got an out time for me? It's got to be tight on this one.
Got to be tight.
Oh, we're done here? Oh, that's right.
We got to go to the last break here. So why don't you tell us real quick, Cappy, about our friend
Wait, that's
Gap.
it?
What?
We didn't even finish the BIG conversation.
Well, I'm just saying, I just need an out time. That's all. Finish the conversation.
What's the out time, guys? We got an out time?
Yeah, that's all I need.
Need an out time because then we're going to YouTube.
He was 25, by the way.
25. So
25.
young. Unbelievable.
Do you remember, Cappy, like where you were? Like that's one of those you remember where you were conversations, no?
No, not for me.
No,
Not
I
for
remember
you?
where I
No.
was when Kurt Cobain died, but not Biggie.
Yeah, I also don't remember where I was when Tupac died. I don't remember
Oh,
that
I
either.
remember that.
Well, I remember that too because obviously it was a big fight. It was
Yeah,
a
he
Tyson
was-
fight.
He was in the hospital for a
Who was
couple days,
Tyson
too.
fighting that night? Anybody remember?
Bruce Selden,
Bruce
I think.
Selden.
That's good knowledge. That is
Thank
good
you.
knowledge.
Thank you.
Funchy.
Excellent. Bruce
Great
Selden,
poll.
that's excellent. Good job by you, Funchy Lover. I don't know if you're right, but if you are, it's good.
Sounds right. It sounds right.
I would say all those. Yeah, those are both those guys. Those are moments you remember where you were when you heard the news. Like it was. Biggie was in March. I remember that.
And he died out here, too, which made it
Right.
even big.
Right.
By the Peterson
No
Museum,
pun
I think.
intended.
Yeah.
Right.
And the Peterson Museum is gone now.
Is it really?
I think it's become
I've never
something
been.
else.
I've always wanted to go.
I went once for an event. This was after Biggie died. There was like a radio station I was working for did an event there. It was a cool place, but I think it's gone. I'm pretty sure it's gone.
Are you sure it was the Bruce Selden fight? Just make sure, because I was at that Tyson-Bruce Selden fight. Maybe that's why I don't remember. Anyway, hey, look, guys, as we get ready to head over towards YouTube only, I just want to give you one more reminder about my friend Avner Gatt, and you can follow him on Instagram at Avner Gatt Inc., or you can just follow him online at avnergatt.com, or you can call him 818-917-5252. I'll start that again. 818-917-5256. Hey, listen, take a breath like that right there and call Avner Gatt if your insurance company is turning on you. If they are not going to give you what you're supposed to get, a replacement home, because you got all this water damage, that's when you call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner knows how to fight back. And let me tell you something. When Avner gets involved, these insurance companies want no problems with Avner Gatt. You're not a professional negotiator when it comes to dealing with these insurance companies, so don't do it yourself. Let Avner handle it. If you have major water damage, a broken fire sprinkler, a broken water line, a toilet overflow, a burst supply line, whatever it is, you call Avner Gatt immediately. 818-917-5256. You call him. He'll answer the phone. You'll know it's him when you hear, hello. Avner Gatt, your claim, our game.
4:57, Sedano and Kap, your Wednesday afternoon. Coming up, the Eastern Conference Finals Game 1, courtesy of ESPN Radio and our friends at Michelob Ultra. Chumba Casino and Pro Ball are the official energy drink of the Los Angeles Lakers. You'll hear that on 7:10 a.m. and on the all-new ESPN LA app, and just hit the ESPN Radio tile. Sedano and Kap will continue till 6 p.m. on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles and on the ESPN all-new ESPN LA app. If you click the Listen Live button, which I need to program that in just a moment.
Come on, do it.
Are you ready to program me?
I'm ready to program
Are we
you.
ready for some YouTube fun? It begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Summer starts at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. Take advantage of 0% financing for 72 months on a new 2025 Subaru Solterra or a new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek with just 3.9% financing for 48 months. Plus,
Hey,
you'll get a
guys, double down with me in my first ever $10,000 Blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk, and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats. So lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at ESPNLA.com.
The playoffs are in full swing, and you can get in on all the action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest game-changing moments to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JOEQ. That's JOEQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Hey, it's Travis. Join us Friday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to noon at Legends Attic in Claremont as we celebrate their one-year anniversary and kick off the Freddie Freeman World Series Game 1 Walk-Off Grand Slam Ball Tour. Plus, Oral Hershiser hosting special guests, Dodgers voice Joe Davis, Steve Sachs, Rick Monday, Jaime Harin, Peter O'Malley, and more. Giveaways in the amazing art of Dave Hobrick. Purchase your tickets for meet and greets at legendsattic.com. We'll see you Friday, May 30th at Legends Attic in Claremont.
Five o'clock whistle with Sedano and Cappy.
That's right, it's the 5 o'clock hour on Sedano and Cap. And it's time for 30 minutes non-stop.
Sedano and Cap on 710 ESPN.
With fun and frivolity, tomfoolery and hijinks, and Cappy doing his thing. Thanks to our friends at Real Father's Rights. Real Father's Rights, the father's rights attorney.
Visit RFR710.com or call 833-ESPN-710.
Let's do it, 5 o'clock in the Southland.
30 minutes of non-stop Sedano and Cap starts now.
You ready for this? And time for the Real Father's Rights 5 o'clock hour on 710 ESPN. Let's do it, Jack!
Yeah. Boom, bean-um, bum, ba-da, bum, ding, da-dum, bum, boom, bean-um, bum.
Sedano and Cap is on 5:01 on a Wednesday afternoon. We are live on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles and on the all-new ESPN LA app. Just hit the Listen Live tile. Sedano. Is Sedano there?
Not there yet, huh?
Oh, he's not there.
Hey, you know...
is he protesting?
He could be. You know that the other day when George asked everybody, will you watch the Eastern Conference Finals or will you come hang out with us for the hour?
All right.
There was a vote going on. And I think that there's a thought process that if you're driving down the road right now and you were listening to 710, that you might want to get home by hanging out with us.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, of course, some people might want to drive home and listen to the start of the game. Me personally, I'd hang with us for the hour, and then you'll watch the second half. That all being said, I'm already seeing people in the YouTube chat saying, wish me luck, because I'm going to be on the YouTube while driving, and I may want to contribute to the live YouTube chat while driving. So if that's the case, I am wishing you luck. Be careful and take care of everybody else out there.
And don't worry, we'll keep you up to date with the score. Sedano there or no?
I am here.
Okay, beautiful.
Well, I thought we were just going to need the laptop, so I shut down the whole Comrex thing.
Oh, no, we need the Comrex.
Okay.
Hey, also, one quick thing here. So I've got the Oilers and the Stars hockey game on in front of me. Game 1, Oilers Stars. That's going to happen on ESPN. What I don't have on in front of me is I don't have on the basketball game.
Here's what you do. You go to NBA.com, and it'll be very easy.
We're working on that
You
right
think so?
now as we speak.
You think it's on NBA.com?
How are you such a prima donna, even when we're on a YouTube-only hour?
What do you mean?
You're just high maintenance.
But I have a question. You mean to tell me that asking for a television to
I
be
op-
turned on is high maintenance?
I'm not going to. The team is busy. We're figuring out logistics. I just opened up NBA.com so we can keep a score update. Kind of like We Are There weekends back in the day.
Oh, you want to just do a score update? I guess I am a diva. I wanted to actually watch the game.
Yeah.
You're going to expect to watch a hockey game, an NBA game, and do a show with us?
Correct.
You don't have the mental bandwidth.
Oh,
for
no,
that.
I think I can do it.
No way.
I think I can do it. I really do.
No way. All right.
I'm
George,
actually going to find the TNT game now.
George,
because I
can
do not have more than – I only have one TV. So
George,
we're
can
going
I get your login and password for NBA League Pass right now?
Why do you need NBA League Pass?
So I can watch the game.
Putting it on the TV.
Yeah, but you're going to have it on the television. I mean, I'll gladly give it to you.
You don't know why I'm not watching it on TV?
Why?
Here we go.
Because I just asked, can we get it on the TV? And Chris told me I'm a diva for asking to watch it on TV. He told me to go to NBA.com. I said, can you watch the game on NBA.com?
It's so much easier to just change the channel.
No, I realize that, but I got
I'll
the
do
hockey
it.
game on over here. But we got 4 TVs in here, but only one
Got a
is on
hockey
right
game.
now.
What's going on in there, DeAndre? Is the headphones not working again?
Yeah, let us know.
So I can only hear you guys on the right side of my headset.
Well, maybe you got busted headphones. You can't be buying them. Oh, no, I bought you those. Never mind. 504. Why don't we
Be
also...
careful, Lindsay.
Does this
careful.
hotel not have TNT? Oh, there. I finally found it.
Lindsay's going up on a stool of some kind to turn the channel.
What do you mean a stool of some
I
kind?
can't see it. I can't see.
Or
what she's-
just a stool?
It's just a stool.
Oh, it is a stool. Okay, I didn't know what exactly it was. Okay, she's got on the Pacers Knicks, but now.
So just turn this TV on.
Well, how?
Go. We're on YouTube. Just stand up and go over there. He wants to see the NHL game.
Well, the NHL game is a
On
big
ESPN.
game tonight. You know, Edmonton versus Dallas. That's a big. Oh, she just rolled her eyes at me over
She
hockey.
did. That was a hard.
This is the same woman that wants to do a live broadcast from the NHL draft but doesn't think that the
I think we're going to do it, by the way.
the Western really we are.
Yeah, why not? At Peacock.
Okay, let's do it. When is it?
Cap's going to be gone, I guess.
Oh, really? Where are you going to be?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I'm on vacation at that point.
Oh,
You're on
Scott!
vacation?
You need to take me on vacation right now.
That's kind of what's happening.
Hey, George.
now.
Are you aware that Bitcoin is up to $110,000?
I did see
That's
that.
crazy.
Who got some Bitcoin around here? I don't have any Bitcoin.
Last time I bought it, it was like 33.
Yeah, would you sell it all, or you still have it?
I have some of it, but not a lot. Like, I sold most of it.
Yeah.
And then I was looking at it today. I was like, dang.
I know Crypto Ray told me many months ago, just buy Bitcoin because it's going to go crazy.
Every time it dips, you got to buy it because it always goes back up.
I never do it.
It's going to be like 200,000 by the end of the year.
Oh, it is really?
Probably, possibly,
I
maybe.
didn't know that.
Who knows?
Probably,
Nobody even knows.
Possibly, maybe.
Nobody knows.
DeAndre, you got Pacers in 6 again for this thing?
Yeah, he said like Halliburton. What was the guy that he said? Halliburton.
Pascal Siakam?
No, there was one of those Pacers in whatever things. Somebody had a really good one. It was like Halliburton, Tim Burton, something else. Pacers in 5.
Sick. Oh, Pacers in 5.
Something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I haven't. We haven't seen much of that whole series of blankety blank, blankety blank, blankety blank. Lakers in 5. You apply that to other teams as well?
Oh, other teams do that too.
Oh,
yeah.
they do.
Yeah.
And
It's been a
always
thing
in
since
5?
like it started as like the LeBron thing when he had like the cigarette. It was like Photoshop photo where he had like this whole thing with
No.
LeBron. You didn't know it started with LeBron?
Yeah, you're not familiar with that meme with him, like, yeah,
With the
LeBron
cigarette
practice.
sticking out of his
I mean,
mouth.
he's not actually smoking
Oh,
cigarettes.
I was going to say
That's
LeBron smokes.
No,
that
that's why I
is,
just said it's
no.
Photoshopped.
Oh,
Yeah,
Is
Photoshop.
he like a Marlboro Light? When was the
I
last
don't
time?
know.
Who here has smoked a cigarette in the last 10 years? Morales just raised his hand.
Not in the last 10 years, but when I was like
When was
in
the
college.
last time you would have smoked a cigarette?
Oh, easily in probably like my late 20s.
I can remember exactly where I was, and I know I just think of the year that it was. It was probably 2016. I don't want to tell you what I was doing, but I picked somebody up. They were smoking a cigarette, and for some reason I was like, okay, fine. I'm losing my mind right now. I'll take one of those things, and I smoked that thing down. But yeah, cigarettes. Maybe college. In a bar, back when you could smoke in a bar.
Yeah.
A Marlboro Light, a Parliament. Anybody?
Now it's like I saw somebody recently out there on LA Live smoking a cigarette, and I was like, who smokes cigarettes anymore?
Oh, my God. Last night, we're walking down the street, and there's this guy, I don't know, 15, 20 feet in front of us, and I can smell the cigarette smoke. And as we get closer to him, now I'm, like, choking. Like, if you see somebody outside, even outside, smoking a cigarette today, it is, like, disgusting. And now we all give that person the dirty look, like, you're a smoker. Like, ugh.
Remember when they had
It's like a scarlet letter.
Yeah, they had like smoking and non-smoking sections in restaurants, but it was just like a little divider that came up to like your head.
Oh, dude, when we were really young kids, and I'm sure that Lindsay and DeAndre won't remember this, but George, I know you will. When we were really little kids, on airplanes, there was the smoking section.
They had ashtrays.
Right.
It's hilarious.
Some of them still have the ashtrays too.
Yeah.
Oh, God, if you get on an airplane and they've got ashtrays, you should get off that airplane.
Yes.
Because that's an old-ass airplane, okay?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Hey, Cappy, I wanted to bring something up to you.
Please.
That I heard about earlier today. Riz was talking about it.
Uh-oh.
LeBron is getting a degree
Oh, yeah?
this week.
yeah?
Ohio State, they're giving him an honorary doctorate degree. What do you think about that?
Oh, I think it's
Dr.
fantastic.
James?
Yep.
It's
Dr.
unfortunate.
James.
It's unfortunate that he won't be able to be there to accept the honorary doctorate. I mean, because he's hurt and all, you know. So
He
like,
actually was on the Mind the Game podcast, I think it was like 2 days ago, and he said he's doing really well.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
he's able to
his-
go to
Well,
Ohio
but
State.
Cappy, the doctorate, again, he didn't go to the Met Gala or whatever, but that was now a week and change ago. Like, you know, if the thing is in like a couple weeks, he can absolutely go.
When is it, Linz?
It says this week.
This week?
Yeah.
Well, that will have been 3 weeks since they've been eliminated.
Oh, I'm sure
right?
he's 100% by now. I mean, I'm
Wait,
sure.
I'll find it because he talked
It
about
is graduation season right now.
Yeah, it is.
He talked about it. He said he's doing great.
I'm sure he's 100%. Like I said, you know, he was hurt really,
No.
really, really, really bad.
He specifically said he's not 100%. Hang on, I'll find it.
He was hurt really bad when the Lakers lost because, you know, when they lost, when everybody thought they were going to win, myself included, he went limping out of the arena that night and then couldn't go to the Met Gala because he was hurt. And now he's going to go to Ohio State and get his honorary doctorate. But I'm sure, you know, he'll limp up on the stage, right? I mean, or maybe crutches, or will they have to put him in a wheelchair to put him up on stage? Or is he just going to choose to limp?
Why are you being so mean?
I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying, like, the guy couldn't go to the Met Gala because he was so hurt. I'm just surprised he can go to Ohio State. That's
Why
all.
are you so? Why do you care if he went to the Met Gala or not?
I really don't care if he went to the Met Gala. I really
Had he
don't.
gone to the Met Gala,
Yeah.
you would have been the guy to rip him about.
No,
going
not
to the
rip.
Met Gala.
I'm only listen. All I care about is the fact that the Lakers lost, and when they lost, he limped out. He seemed fine on the floor, but then he limped
But
out.
that was almost a whole month ago, Cap.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, the minute that they lost is the minute he started limping.
Yeah, because, like what?
Because what?
He's got to go back there and get his treatment
on
his injury.
But he was able to run up and down the floor, no problem. But then the game ended, and he had
As
to
soon
limp.
as that clock hits 0,
it's time to limp.
The adrenaline just disappears right out of you.
All right, well, my Indiana Pacers, George. Go, Indy, go, Indy, go. 14-9 early here, 8:22 to go. Now, where are you right now?
The Pacers, it's going to be interesting, Cappy, because this will be a little battle of, and DeAndre can chime in on this too. Much like I think the T-Wolves and Thunder is a battle of different styles, this is certainly also a battle of different styles. The Knicks, who were a terrible defense during the regular season, ranked in the bottom third, has become the defense that you would expect to see of a Tom Thibodeau team. However, they're doing it differently. There's a lot more switching going on by Tibbs, who's usually not a switching, defensive-minded type of guy. And this Pacers team, who I know you didn't love my joke. It wasn't a joke. It was just me talking about how the Pacers play with great pace. They want to move the ball up and down. So a little bit of contrasting styles in this one, Cap.
What do you think, D?
Can I ask a Thibodeau question really quick?
No, not a Thibodeau
Okay,
question.
wait,
a
Thibodeau.
Tibbs.
Well, I was going to ask. So
Yeah,
how come
it's
when you say his
Thibodeau
whole
and
name,
Tibbs.
it's Thibodeau, but then when you shorten it, why is his nickname not Thibs?
Ask him that. That's what he goes by.
Oh, he does.
Tibbs. Yeah, everybody calls him Tibbs.
Tibbs.
And but the name is Thibodeau.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's very funny.
You think? If you
I'm going to
saw
call him
would
Thibs.
Would you call him Thibs?
Yeah. I'm going to call him Thibs.
Chris, you okay? Chris is back. He's wearing his gutless hat. He's got on his sunglasses. He's got on
There's a slight technical wrinkle in the other room.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We didn't experience it yesterday, but we did experience it the day we were at the draft.
Okay.
So it could be something.
What happened?
It could be something
It's a
in the
gremlin.
wiring. No,
What's happening?
The left ear of DeAndre's headphones, he's hearing the game, and on the right ear, he's hearing us.
Okay. Which do you like better?
Well, then the way you do it is you just do this. You just go like one ear into
Yeah,
your
like
back
Eddie
of your
Murphy
head.
did in,
Well,
in
that's
My
what
Girl
he's-
Wants to
that's
Party
what
all
he's
the
doing,
time.
but-
I'm doing that right now, yeah.
You know, he's all thrown off. Kid hasn't been doing this long. I mean, he's
Nah,
kind
nah.
of a
Well,
rookie.
DeAndre, you know what you do? You're going front, so that means you can be able to hear better. Put it to the behind your ear, like on the
Like I
back
do.
side of your
like
head,
right over here. Like
Yeah.
I do. See,
Yeah,
I got
like
the
a little
left,
45, like Cappy.
right,
Yeah, I
left
got
one
you,
over
yeah.
here, right one's on the back.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Got you.
Yeah, looking good right there.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
The game is really loud, like coming out of your other
party
ear,
all
though.
the time, party. You gotta hold
Yeah,
on.
if you keep your headphones at that volume,
Yeah, you
you're
gotta
going to
hold
be
on.
deaf by the time you're my age.
Oh, dude.
I mean,
might
John
have-
Ireland is deaf.
Or you might have heart failure.
Mace is deaf.
Mace, not so much.
No,
though, or
Mace
unless-
is deaf.
No, he
No,
is
but-
deaf, because if he wasn't deaf, he'd be able to hear how bad he can be
Isn't that
sometimes.
why there was a
Oh, wow.
Mason
Stop.
mode?
No, no,
Isn't
no.
there
Yeah, there's a Mason mode.
Yeah, there is a
Mason
Mason mode, yeah.
You know what it is? Then he just lowers the volume after he's done because he's thoughtful in that sense. Because when I come on, every time John leaves that
dude.
chair when Mace is not there, I forget to lower the thing, and my ears get blown out.
I have learned to make sure that I lower the headphones before I plug in because John blasts them. Like, here's a guy who can't sleep. I'm shocked that the guy can hear anything because I'm telling you, I'm not joking. He's got it at 100. I've got it right now at like 25.
No,
Okay?
you don't. You don't even know what the percentage is.
Well, I'm giving you an approximation. I'm giving you an
Maybe it's about
estimate.
60%.
60 is probably closer. You're probably right. 60% is probably the right number. By the way, Beto should be checking in momentarily with Parker from the Dodger game. Now, what do you guys think about this? You guys think that this is going to work today on YouTube or what?
I hope so.
Why wouldn't it?
It
Well,
worked
just-
yesterday from Taco Bell.
Well, right. I
Yeah,
don't
we
know.
do it all the time.
Maybe because, I don't know, Dodger Stadium, there's more cell phones. I'm not sure. I'm just wondering.
What?
There's not? There's not more cell phones at
What
Dodger
does that have to
Stadium?
do with anything, though?
Well,
There's a
cell
lot of cell
service,
phones
no?
yesterday at Taco Bell. Can tell you
Cell
that.
service. Were there a
Yeah,
lot
man,
of
talk about it, man.
40,000 strong,
Yeah.
Cap.
Were there a lot? Were
That's
there-
right. A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I got the chicken quesadilla, man. Yeah.
How come yesterday when you went
Fiery
to
ranch,
Taco
man.
Bell? How come when you went to Taco Bell it was so important for you to get a cocktail?
Oh, it's a cantina. It's a Taco Bell cantina.
Especially
How could
on
you
my
not?
credit card.
Actually, Chris, I paid for my drink.
did?
I did pay for my drink.
Okay.
Ooh.
You would pay $30 for a cocktail in Taco Bell?
Actually, it was 20.
And did they make
Really?
it right
Yeah.
there? Did they actually pour?
No, I don't know what they did. They just gave it to me. It was like one of their Slurpees or whatever, Baja Freezes or whatever, and they have like a shot of vodka in it.
Oh, that sounds like it would be good.
For $20?
Yeah.
No, not for $20, but I mean, it's downtown prices. I think.
I'd give you a Baja Blast for $7.
Whoa.
You know how much vodka we have here that you could have just brought back?
I don't see any vodka.
Where is
around
the
here.
vodka?
What are you talking
in
about?
your office.
No, I poured all that out.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You got rid of all of it?
All of it.
Really? You poured it out?
Well, all the bottles that had stuff in it, I got rid of.
He poured one out for the homies a whole bunch of times.
Oh, really?
And for my heart.
He just poured it out
For himself.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Listen, I got to give you a lot of credit, man. I mean, like last night, George, we decided we're going to go down to the Lazy Dog.
The dog, as we call it.
Watch the game and have a little dinner. And when we got there, we were going to sit at the bar, which we actually did sit at the bar for a minute.
But then they didn't help us, which was odd.
It was really
But yet the
weird.
service is so amazing when you sit at a table.
Right, and we go there all the time, and we know everybody. We know all the managers.
And the guys at the bar were just like, hey, bro.
Why do they wear
themselves.
flannels?
Well, I think that's part of the charm.
Why are they wearing flannels?
Yeah, they all wear flannels.
Maybe that's
It's
like
the uniform.
uni.
Yeah.
You know, you got a problem with flannels? do
No,
you?
I just wonder.
the uniform.
Why?
Bunch.
What's the thing? Why
They're cold,
why
what can I
flannel
tell
for
you?
Lazy Dog?
How great would it be if one day you and DeAndre are wearing matching flannels?
We should.
You guys would think we were like the Crips or something. Yeah, yeah, you would think we were the Crips. Yeah, you would.
West Side.
Especially with DeAndre with his hat backwards. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, come on, man.
Damn. Anyway, 18-14, Indiana over the Knicks. 18-14, 6:49 now, 20-14.
Oh, 18-14? Oh, you're behind, bro.
Yeah, I got 20-14. What do you got?
There you go, 20 now.
Yeah, 6:42, 41, 40.
You're about 3 seconds behind me.
Not too bad. Usually I'm like 15 to 30 seconds behind.
Right.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad at all. So what's the plan tonight? Like if you're in Oklahoma City.
What am I doing?
Well,
Well, my
'cause-
colleagues have already left to dinner. I'm just waiting to meet them.
Mm-hmm. Where are
I'm
they
going to
meet-
probably have to text them my order so that way it arrives when I'm there.
Who are the colleagues tonight?
I don't know exactly who's going, but Mike Breen's birthday's tomorrow, so maybe it could be a big party. I don't know if because I don't know if after the game we're going to be able to celebrate Mike's birthday for very long.
So explain this to me because when I came in yesterday, Alex, the security man downstairs, said,
Hey, man.
He said he started with "Hey man," and then I of course replied with "Hey babe." When he said to me, he goes, "Is your boy Sedano going to be on the road for a month?" And I said, "I kind of think so. I think he's part of like the traveling circus that is now everybody who's following." So George, explain Western Conference Finals. Are you on the road the entire time, or do you come home at all during the Western Conference Finals? And by the way, let's presume for a moment that it goes 7 games.
Yeah,
do you
no,
come
I
home at
will.
all?
No, I will not come home at all until the series is over. And then, if the series goes 7 games, I will only have a day and a half before the final. Before I have to leave for the finals, because for the finals, there's a media availability that I have to be at the day before, like a media day. So I would have a day and change at home in that scenario if it goes 7.
All right, so you go from L.A. to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma City to Minnesota, Minnesota
Right.
back to Oklahoma City, and back
Then-
and forth.
Right, back and forth. And if there's a game 7, it would be in OKC. Then I'd be home for like a day and a half, as I mentioned.
Just
and the final
enough time
start.
to wash your suits.
Yeah, get like super fast dry cleaning, like someone that could do overnight. If not, just have to deal with dry cleaning on the road.
Go to Milton Edie's in Toluca Lake. They'll get it to you in like 4 hours.
Oh, well, perfect. I need a speedy dry cleaner. And then that's it. Back on the road because the finals start June 5th. So that means I'd have to be ready to work on June 4th, Cappy, in whatever city we're in.
So June 5th, the finals start. June 6th is the big Blackjack tournament. That's
Right,
happening.
so the Western Conference Finals Game 7 will be June 1st, Cappy. And if the finals start on the 5th, on the 5th, I'd have to be there on the 4th. So I'd get home on the 2nd and have to leave on the 3rd at some point.
Okay, and then the NBA Finals, if they were to go to Game 7, I don't know if you know this off the top
The
of your head.
22nd or 23rd,
Oh, my.
I believe.
This is very
Whatever a
confusing,
Sunday
Cap.
would be, whatever that Sunday falls on.
We'll just keep going. Yeah, I know what it is because I read the emails.
No, but
but-
Cappy's obsessed with it. All he
It's
talked
like-
about on the walk was Sedano's travel
So
schedule.
you're going to go here, then there. By the way, Beto's there.
Yeah,
Beto's
let's
at
go to
Dodger
Beto
Stadium.
Durant.
Hey,
live from
Beto, let's
Dodger
go to
Stadium.
Beto, but my schedule's less important.
All right, let's go. We're watching George in bed in a hotel room.
Is
in
that his
Oklahoma
bed or a
City.
couch?
I don't know what
No,
it
it's a
is.
bed.
Oh.
Here's Beto Duran, who is at Dodger Stadium, and everybody's going to see him here on YouTube in a matter of moments. Beto, what's going on out at Dodger Stadium right now?
Nothing, Cappy. You see, I have a ball for you. If you see on the stream, Parker Bell was able to snag a baseball right here during batting practice. Dodgers are done with batting practice. Arizona's here, but we're just roaming around here, Cappy, trying to show young Parker, get over here, bro. We're trying to show young Parker the ways of how to be members of media. So Parker is the host of the Blue Review every day, 8:30 here on 710 ESPN on the YouTube component. And what Parker needs to do is get in these streets, Cappy. He needs to come out here, shake some hands, kiss the babies, all that good stuff, and he's been doing it. He's over there working sources. He's working leads. He knows what's going on. He knows what's going on with the Dodgers now. So, yeah, tomorrow's Blue Review, I expect Parker Bell to come out with some smoke, man. If he doesn't, then I'm just going to replace him.
With all the smoke and we ain't ducking no fade.
I will say this, Beto, you are the perfect mentor for someone like Parker in that setting because you, I think, do a fantastic job on the ground in those settings. I've always told you, you're very affable. People like you. And in the Dodgers, it's even easier for you because, some of those guys in that clubhouse, they're not as comfortable speaking in their second language in English, if it is a language they even know at this stage. So you've always been really good at creating those relationships there, and Parker can learn a thing or two or seven from you there.
So right now on the stream, you're going to see that's our boy Roger from Dodgers Beat talking to Jerry Harrison, who is half Mexican. So we got to root for him. His family's from Sonora, Mexico. Cochito Cruz on the other side. So Parker has now learned about Alden Gonzalez, Sedano, our
Cuban
friend from ESPN. Yeah. And we were talking about the Sedano and Alden Cuban connection here in L.A. So Parker knows about that. And what did Parker learn? Andy Pajes' new walk-up song, because Alden was talking to Pajes about it. We were eavesdropping, so Parker now knows what the new song is. We got to Google
also
it first.
Cuban, by the way, Andy Pajes.
Yeah. So Alden, you'll love this, George. When he was talking to me, he was speaking like slower Spanish. Pajes shows up. It went from, oh, hey, papi, papi, I'm like, whoa, slow it down a little bit, guys. So it was all right. But it's a good vibe, man. It's a good vibe. Hey, you know what the vibe is, though? Relax. I know everybody wants to say, oh, my God, the Dodgers are falling apart. No. It's, what did I teach you yesterday, Cappy? What was that word? Take it easy. All right, so they just take it easy a little bit, guys.
Well, I think last night, the way they won that game, they had a 1-0 lead all the way through the game, and then, Arizona came back, scored some runs in the 9th inning. Then they got into the 10th. And George, I'm a heart and soul guy, and Max Muncy is a heart and soul guy, and Max Muncy, a guy who everybody's like, well, hey, he could be the next Chris Taylor, he could be, the next guy to be shipped out of this place. But he came through last night with a big game-winning walk-off RBI as Ohtani scored. So after a 4-game losing streak, pretty good.
Cappy,
yeah.
Cappy, you want to talk to Jerry Harrison about this?
Not really.
Huh? We're going to head out of those. My amigo.
All right, let's put Jerry Harrison
down in the cap right now.
He's no Jared Greenberg.
No. Oh, no. Copper says what's up. Wait, no, he said what's up. He said what's up. What's up, Jerry?
Well, Jerry Harrison's a good guy, man.
Yeah.
Tell Jerry Harrison. Tell Jerry Harrison.
Talk to George Sedano. Talk to him. Jorge, ¿qué pasó?
¿Qué pasó, Jerry? Jerry, I love your basketball takes, man. I'm always, I'm always loving the retweets. I love how you watch the game. Listen, you're obviously a great, baseball analyst, but I love how much you're into the NBA because I'm always locked in when you're tweeting about it.
Brother, I love basketball, man. Basketball, because growing up in Chicago, I grew up in Jordan's heyday, so of course, that was the golden age, in my opinion, of basketball. Bird, Magic, MJ. But, right now, it's pretty good era as well. You got LeBron, obviously had an incredible career, kind of winding down. Luka, and obviously Shai just won the MVP. So it's pretty fun watching basketball these days.
Yeah, we got a lot of fun basketball. We got some physicality in the playoffs, Jerry. Yeah. Listen, and the fans, I said this the other day on the radio show. I said, you know what? The NBA forgot that the customer's always right. And when they were pining for the 90s, it wasn't that they were pining for scores in the 80s, anymore. What they were pining for was the physicality, I think.
Well, I think listen, we're not asking for football. That's not what the fans want. We don't want guys getting tackled. We want a little bit of a hand checking. You want to at least have some resistance going to the basket. All these layup lines and launching threes, nobody wants to see that. You want to see some physicality, but you also want to see some athleticism. When you have physical play, it forces the players to be athletic. 15-foot shots, at the rim. So, listen, you want some defense, and you want players to care. And that's what we're seeing so far in the playoffs. Right now, the playoffs have been outstanding.
Dude, it's been so fun. I've been on the road. I'm here in OKC right now. Maybe I'll check out a AAA Dodgers game while I'm here at some point during this series if I get a chance to. But speaking of the Dodgers, can you just tell everybody, and Beto was just talking about this before he walked up to you, or walked up on you, basically. Everybody needs to relax, man. It's just baseball. It's a 162-game season. As fun as yesterday was, a 4-game losing streak is going to happen to even the best teams.
Without question. You play 162 games about 185 days. You're going to have times where it's just not going to be there. Up until last night, the 4 nights previous, the Dodgers surrendered 32 runs, okay? The pitching staff surrendered in 4 games. Obviously, that's not a characteristic of the Dodgers. Obviously, there's some injuries going on with the pitching. We got to get these guys healthy. But you know the ebbs and flows of the season. Things are going to happen. Last season in May, the Dodgers lost 5 games in a row. And obviously, they figure out a way to win the World Series. So the players understand you're going to have your ups and downs. The biggest thing, and players understand this, the big picture. Realize the big picture. Get guys healthy. We just got Teoscar Hernandez back. Just got Tommy Edman back. Now we need to get guys like Tyler Glasnow and Blake Snell back, hopefully Roki as well. Once this team is whole, we feel we're as good as anybody.
Jerry, what do you think is and maybe you have just a theory, on why all these starting pitchers get hurt every year? And clearly, Andrew Friedman did a lot to make sure that there were plenty of starting arms. But then, like you just mentioned, Glasnow gets hurt again. Snell gets hurt. Roki. Any theory on why?
Well, I do have a theory. I have a lot of friends around Major League Baseball, guys now that I've played with, played against, are GM, assistant GMs, head of farm systems. I think the last 5 to about 8 years, there's been an increase of having guys from day one in spring training. They call it redlining, max effort every pitch. I think that has been the biggest issue. Guys, when I played back in the 50s and 60s,
yeah, right.
guys would make sure they would build up during spring training. Make sure they start to kind of ease in, throw a fastball here, throw the breaking ball, ease in. And then if you have a start, first month of the season, you will be max effort, possibly 50, 60% of your pitches. You want to make sure you have movement on your fastball, not trying to throw 98, but you can sit at 92, 93, cut the ball, sink the ball. Now everybody is throwing max effort every pitch, even their breaking ball. So even if they throw a sinker, they're trying to go max effort. I think that's having a damaging effect on the pitcher. So I really believe possibly this collective bargaining agreement, but certainly the next one, I think they're going to really address it. They may make a rule where I know it's been kind of rumored, if your starting pitcher doesn't go 6 innings, you get a chance to lose your DH. So I know that's kind of been in the works because they want pitchers to pitch deep in the ball game. So hopefully that will help protect the pitcher's arms.
All right. There you go, George. Jerry Hairston Jr. checking in on
Dude,
Beto's
you're
phone.
awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing this, man. Appreciate you.
Anytime, guys. Go Dodgers.
All right.
That was good to hear George get to talk ball with somebody that nobody knows ball.
Gerardo.
Nobody
knows
ball.
That's what's up right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
That was
Chris,
great.
you're right. It was nice to I think Jerry's now an official ball knower.
What does he do every day from 3 to 6 p.m.?
Ball
We
knowers.
should find out. We should see if he's available.
Just saying.
Yeah.
So, Beto, after you left us last night at LA Live,
Yeah.
Cappy and I, did you go out to another spot? Did you go see a Heino? Like, what happened?
Oh.
Or did you go home and have a scraper?
Yeah. I went home.
Oh, no scraper?
Well, he was texting when you were telling us about your scraper.
I know.
You know?
I mean, you know me. I get grossed out the way you guys talk, so I'm not going to get involved with that. But I went home. I knew I had a busy day today, and Jerry Harrison was good, man.
He was good.
Jose Mota was cool. Hey, Cappy, do you have a problem with him? I didn't hear that.
With Jerry Hairston?
Yeah.
What do you mean, do I have a problem with him?
Because I said I'm gonna get Jerry Harrison, and I heard silence, so I didn't know if you had a problem with him.
Oh, no, I love
when
Jerry
he played
Hairston. I think he does a great job. I'll tell you one thing, that Spectrum
Yeah,
does a
because
really
he played
good
for the
job.
Padres, and I thought you maybe had a problem with him.
No. He only played for the Padres for, I want to say it was like 1 year. When Jerry
him and
was,
his brother.
Yeah, he was like going at that time of his career. He spent a year with the Yankees, a year with the Padres, a year with the Nationals. I mean, he was kind of bouncing all over baseball at that point. But I'll tell you this: one thing this morning as I was rewatching the game, Spectrum does an excellent job of like condensing the game, but like giving you commentary and walking you through it. So like if you don't see every detail the night before, you can catch up to it the next morning. So when Chris and I got back from our walk, which was probably about I don't know, what would you say, maybe about 8 o'clock this morning?
Yes.
I was sitting there at the East Central at the Nixo Lounge watching the Spectrum replay of the game. So, Beto, I love this. By the way, yesterday, George was sitting there
I'm here
courtside.
for you guys, baby.
Yeah, George was sitting courtside, and he got Chris's new best friend, Jared Greenberg. Today, you're on the field at Dodger Stadium. We're all seeing you on YouTube. You grab Jerry Hairston Jr. Like, what's going to happen next time? Like, where are we going to be next time?
We can do
I don't
this
know.
more
Tune in
often.
to find out.
Yeah, next time we do one of these, I'll
Funny,
definitely
Cap.
be here.
Funny.
Yeah, I'm here for you guys.
What's going to happen with these crazy
kids?
kids?
You know what we should do next time, Lindsay? Here's a good idea.
You want me to get Chewy?
I just came up with it. Yeah, you should go walk Chewy on the streets and see, if Chewy has loose stool or not. You know?
Oh, whoa.
Whoa. Tied up, Pacers Knicks
Gross.
32.
I know.
Bye, guys.
Mitchell
Bye, guys.
Robinson.
I'm going to go get some food.
You're
Bye.
out of here?
All right, see you, bro.
If you get a scraper later at Dodger Stadium, be careful.
Oh, Obi Toppin missed a big shot right there. Right at
Freaking
the,
Obi
missed a
Toppin.
bunny. Dude, you
Obi
missed. You see
Toppin,
that?
really?
Obi Toppin missed a bunny, man.
Easy with the bunny stuff. I know what you're trying to do.
Oh, and that foul on I got to see that foul again. Did Jalen Brunson really get
We were
fouled?
referring to as Otis.
Otis the bunny, yeah.
We're not referring to Otis. The
Yeah,
bunny.
but you know, Christopher, a bunny is when you miss the easy lane.
No, I know.
I thought DeAndre brought up a different phrase to me earlier today, but I don't know if I should say that on the air.
What phrase?
Well, it was about bunnies.
What I say?
You know what you said.
I don't recall. I don't recall.
Were we not having a conversation earlier today about, like when it gets really cold out and then that white stuff drops in the air?
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, and
yeah.
then the word bunny comes out. Yeah, right? Did we not have that
You're talking about,
conversation?
what are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about snow bunnies?
Yes, he's talking about that.
Oh yeah, that used to be my thing way back when.
Oh, really? You had snow bunnies?
Oh yeah,
You did you?
yeah. And then I got heart failure. 5:31 in the Southwest. We are live on YouTube.
Hey, by the way, my headphones don't work at all now.
Oh, come on.
I don't know what
really?
you're doing,
It's on the same setting it was yesterday.
and it's not working.
What
Thought
is
might
this,
help you
Tulsa?
troubleshoot.
What are we doing here in
Probably.
the studio?
What did I say in my memo? We're gonna hit some bumps, but we're gonna figure it all out.
I was
Well,
literally just letting you know. That's all.
What
I'll
if you
say
switched
this.
the program?
I did text in my order for dinner. So
What is
there
your
that.
order? Tell us your order.
I went with a little lamb chops for dinner tonight. I hadn't had lamb chops in a long time.
Lamb's nice. It's a salty meat.
It is. A lot of sodium, yes.
A lot of sodium.
Well, depending on how it's prepared,
It's a
yeah.
salty meat.
Yeah.
It is. But I hadn't had lamb chops in a while. I thought about going. I didn't want steak.
You're tired of steak. You're eating out.
I've
too
had
much.
a lot of steak.
You have a
okay?
lot of steak.
A lot of red
So-
meat, huh?
Well, especially on the road with these guys, because it ends up being a lot of steakhouses or Italian places.
Yeah.
So it's like I had to switch it up a little bit.
So
you know
what's
what I
going to
mean?
be on? What's the garnish with the lamb?
I thought halibut would be the way to go.
Halliburton.
Yeah.
Halliburton.
Halliburton. I'm going to have me some Halliburton, please. Keep going.
Yeah. So anyway, long story short, sorry, I just got a text back about my order. But
Are there going to be some mashed potatoes or some veggies?
So I just had
Little
for some steak
broccolini.
fries because they got sweet potato fries.
Oh, those
that
are
would
nice.
Go with it.
Those are good.
But I asked them for regular fries instead, steak fries. Instead.
Okay.
That's nice.
And where are we going tonight in Oklahoma City? What is available in Oklahoma
It's
City?
one of PJ's joints.
Oh, PJ got it all handled.
Yeah.
Lindsay, try to switch to audition. See if that works. Let me come in there. Let me go in there.
All right, go ahead. Go in there. You take care of things. You handle things. George, are you seeing the breaking news that's happening right about now?
What?
And it's not the Knicks and the Pacers. But speaking of Indiana and Indianapolis, the owner of the Colts, Jim Irsay, 65 years old and died just a little while ago. And now
I did see that,
Dude,
yeah.
65? Now, look, I got it, okay? Like anybody who knows Jim Irsay's story, and I don't know it super well, but I know that he had some issues in his day. But, man, 65 years old, dude, that is really young, dude. I mean, that's crazy. And, again, certainly had his issues, was not bashful about sharing that with people, that he had a whole bunch of problems along the way. But, man,
yeah,
65.
I mean, it's still tough. I know. Well, you say that especially because you're inching closer.
Well, as I'm
to that.
getting closer to that, it's starting to freak me out, dude. I Chris
Well, but
and I
you're doing less. You're doing good work with the F-45. No
The
visceral
F-45
fat.
is
Yeah, but he
less
gets
visceral
hurt all the time.
not hurt one bit.
Just walk like a normal human
Not
being.
hurt. No,
You know,
walking is
he's-
not enough exercise for a world-class athlete.
You're
like
not
myself.
a world-class athlete.
I
You
am
get
a
hurted at
world-class athlete.
45.
You got to make sure you get the glutes, the hammies.
Right.
You got to get all
The quadzillas.
The quadzillas.
Do you really get hurt though?
Not
yes.
at all. Not
he
one
does at
bit.
45, and then he's like, "Oh, my back! I did at 45 this morning."
It's called being
and then,
sore from
and
actually
then
doing
Greg's
something.
like hobbling because he gets hurt at 45,
Well,
and
but
they're
he's
like,
not a world-class athlete.
Wait, is this like when people were doing CrossFit and getting hurt?
Yes.
Same kind of deal.
Yes.
It's not quite like that.
You got to stretch. Do you stretch properly?
He doesn't.
Oh,
That's a big
100%.
thing.
No, stretching
100%
before the
he
class,
doesn't.
100%.
No
You
chance
stretch
he does.
before
Hydrate.
the
Do you
class.
drink enough water?
Do a little hydration as a matter
Just a
of
little.
fact.
You need a lot.
He's got the
Yeah.
athletic greens. Come on now.
Got the AG1.
well,
all
that's
up
why
in the
he's
house.
so regular.
That is why.
By the way,
that's why
Cap.
things flow.
So I just found this clip about LeBron talking about this exact thing when he was on the Mind the Game podcast. You want to hear it or
Okay.
you don't care? You want me to just save it till
So
tomorrow?
LeBron, it's fine. LeBron is talking about his F45 workouts.
No, but his injury and what he's doing.
Oh.
So Steve Nash asked him what's going on, man? Like, how's the injury? So you want to hear it?
Yeah, let's hear what he says.
Okay.
Well, first, how's the knee?
Do you see me limp in here?
You know, thought I'd ask.
Oh man, it's been a hell of a lot better, but it's getting better though. You know, even though I can't like do much as far as like lower body stuff, I'm still like in the weight room, like
Still get it in.
upper body.
Getting it
You
in,
know, the
just
one
like
thing
you, Cap.
I am able to do a little bit is ride like a stationary bike.
Oh, you
Just
can
to
do
kind
that.
of keep the blood flowing and things of that nature, keep the momentum,
Blood
you know,
flowing.
the flexibility as much as possible.
In the knee.
You know, in the knee. I'm not a guy that likes to sit around.
Same.
You know, I have a lot of energy and I hate sitting around. So this has definitely been almost 2 weeks after the season. You know, they always tell you take time off. I'm just not that guy.
Stir crazy.
Yeah, I'm going crazy.
I'm the
right
same.
now, for
I'm the
sure.
same.
So there
Me
you go,
too.
Cap.
I'm the same too. I'm the same, LeBron.
Throw me those cards, by the
I'm
way.
the same. Okay, yeah. You know what? Now
Because
listen.
we got to do a little blackjack thing.
So the bicycle
Here,
casino
throw them to me. I got
on June 6th.
I got to do that
on Friday.
I got to shuffle them.
And now here's a set, a bicycle card collection or deck of cards. You're gonna deal us some blackjack?
Yeah, sure.
All right, here you go.
Hey, by the way, Christopher,
Yes.
we got tweets that the Peterson Museum is still there.
Yeah, I saw that. I was wrong on that one.
What? What you?
Well, that's why I was like, really?
Really?
I thought it went. I thought they replaced it with something, but I guess not.
Well, last night we're walking around downtown LA, dude, and the palm.
Dude, hey,
the
dude.
palm is gone, dude.
Yeah, the palm is gone.
Palm is history.
And that hurts because
Yeah.
I've had
Wow.
many meals there over the last 25 years.
Well, and remember not a few weeks, I guess it was a couple months ago. I think it was your
Yeah.
birthday, as a matter of fact. We went to the Palm that night, and you criticized my order. How
Yeah, 'cause
dare
you
I
got
ordered
fish.
salmon? I ordered salmon at a steakhouse.
Well, we
You're
wanted
like,
chicken parm, and they didn't have
That
chicken
is
parm,
right.
and we should have known that the end was coming.
That's exactly right.
First Walgreens, now the Palm.
Yeah, I know.
What's
They-
happening?
They used to have Van Earl's picture on the wall.
But I was surprised. You know, Chris and I were walking
Van
today.
Earl, right?
What's the name of that building? Circa, right
Yeah.
over here.
Where LZ used to live.
And they have a brand new Javier's over there. And let me tell you something,
Yeah,
man.
and they were building that thing for a while,
Dude,
too.
Javier's, when they put in these new Javier's, they put in so much money into the decor of these places. And I literally walk around downtown LA and I think to myself, if there's no Laker game and there's no Kings game, and I know right now we're kind of in that period of time where you couldn't book the arena because you didn't know if the Lakers would be playing or the Kings would be playing. So it's very quiet right now at LA Live.
So those guys are dead.
But all these restaurants,
Oh, Cap.
like right nearby us, we had Javier's, which looks brand new, the Mastro's, which is right here. It's
That's
just,
the Masters Evan Cohen and I went to.
and it's just there's so many great restaurants nearby. We Joey downtown.
Joey.
Come on, Joey.
Cap, I was telling my dad when I lived down here, I was like, honestly, I don't even walk around downtown by all
see,
those
Joey?
places unless there is a game going on because there's
Do me a favor,
nothing there.
Joey.
It gets kind of scary.
Well, I mean, listen, somebody's in our YouTube chat going, Javier's is overrated. I will tend to agree with that. It is very expensive, and it's not awesome. Like you're not walking out of there going, wow, I've never had anything quite like that before. But just to open up a place like that in downtown LA where you need Laker games, Kings games, concerts, events, and so on. How many nights a year, I wonder, there's got to be a stat out there. How many nights a year are there events happening at Crypto.com?
Your obsession about the downtown LA economy is just mind-boggling.
Well, it blows my
it's
mind.
constant.
Hey, time out. I
It's
was kind of
every
obsessed
day,
with
every
it, too.
morning,
Do you really
every
ask
night.
that all the time?
Oh
Yeah.
my God, we're walking. I'm like, oh hey, there's Joey. I just wonder how this place survives
I
here
do.
on off
He's-
nights.
you know,
I'm
he's
like, here's
right.
what they do.
I do.
They put in Joey's everywhere. In Manhattan Beach, it's packed. In Beverly Hills, it's packed.
Joey?
In Woodland Hills, it's packed. And guess what? Maybe they break even in downtown LA because
Or
they
maybe
want the
not.
branding.
Maybe, yeah, but
Do me a
why?
favor, Joey.
Why there? Now, this morning, we turned
Because
around.
there's this thing called Crypto.com Arena and the Lakers.
No. It's several
Scumbag.
blocks away.
But
several blocks
Cap,
away.
I will say, like on the nights where there are events, they've got lines out the door at most of these places.
Joey?
I don't know about Joey,
Come
but
on, Joey.
I mean Mastro's. Like, ask Chris when we used to walk downtown. I'd be like, I just don't get it because I've never lived here.
She
When
was the same.
downtown
The
was
same
popping,
thing.
because it's crazy to me that there's just so many
are you
like
so upset
boarded
about?
up
Who
buildings
cares?
and
Because
stuff.
I'm
It's
not
crazy.
I'm not afraid.
For a certain
I'm not
period of time.
afraid to walk in downtown LA. You are. So
Afraid.
then you are
I protect
confused
you.
by why other
It's
people
more
are here.
sad.
You're
It's
a-
like
you're a
sad.
heart patient. I have to protect you from all the zombies. I'm like, stay away. I've got a heart patient. I'm walking like a dog. I practically have you in a wheelchair. I'm walking you around
See,
the
that's
city.
not even funny to people who are in wheelchairs, and I could have been in a wheelchair. So how is that funny?
No, it is funny, actually.
You want me to ask
Nice
a question
try,
that'll
though.
make
So now
Cap
you're making fun of
explode?
stroke patients?
Oh man.
I am a
Heart
stroke patient as well.
3 times.
Oh my 3 strokes.
Okay, I'm gonna
4
make-
seizures.
Okay, I'm going to make fun of stroke patients and seizure patients when they have 3 strokes and 4 seizures. Yes, I'm walking you around downtown practically in a wheelchair.
You know what they say after 3 strokes?
What do they say?
3 strokes, you're out.
Ooh.
But not for Chris.
That was a dad joke. That was a really good dad joke.
It was a good one.
Yeah.
You know, Emily does a bit that her and her dad had a stroke, so that him and I are stroke boys. Emily does do that joke, honestly.
This is where we
Stroke boys?
Yeah, they were stroke
Like
boys.
boys, like your boys?
Yeah. You know who Billy Squire is, DeAndre?
No idea.
Is he also a stroke
No,
boy?
he did the song,
Yes, he
The
is
Stroke.
a stroke boy. Stroke me, stroke
Wait,
me.
no.
Stroke.
No, you're forgetting. You're bearing the lead. Clarence.
We'll do it.
Stroking.
Stroking, yeah.
Stroking.
Oh, right,
that
yeah,
was
that's
Cap's.
a good one.
That
Clarence
was
Carter.
Cap's
That's a good
jam.
one. Clarence Carter, Clarence Carter,
All right, here's the thing, real quick.
Remember when we did that?
For the social
Yes, I
team,
do.
let's pick this up. 3, 2, 1. So, on Friday, June 6th, we're going to be at Park West Bicycle Casino for Cappy's first ever Blackjack tournament.
Jack.
The $10,000 Blackjack tournament. You can enter now at ESPNLA.com. I have dealt 4 cards right here. See, Cappy?
Yep, I see him.
Go look at your 2 cards.
Okay.
I'm showing a queen. I've never dealt, so I don't know if I'm doing this right.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So
Do you want to get a hit or no?
I
think
yeah, hit me.
Okay.
All right, and these are down. These are down and dirty. Okay.
So should I flip my other card, I think?
Not yet. Not
Okay.
yet. Not yet, because you still have a winning hand. I would not normally hit this but I'm in a losing position. So hit me. I lost. I just broke.
Aren't I supposed to do them face up?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Aren't you doing the hand
Let me-
signals
let me-
too?
Let me.
Cap?
Let me.
Oh, you're going to deal?
I'm going to deal.
So
Let
I.
me deal.
Oh, so I
You
only
had
had 13.
Right.
Oh.
So you had. Let me deal. What's going on here?
Cap, did you do the hand signals?
Where
Yeah,
I
you're
give-
supposed to
where
do
I
this,
give-
like-
where I give him
Because
a hit?
yeah, George taught me how to do that one time.
Like Otis the bunny kind of does this before
exactly.
she humps me.
You do that, and then to hit,
She does. She
you
humps
tap.
my leg.
Yeah.
And my arm.
Okay.
She does this with those little paws.
You know, Chewy's a pretty good blackjack player.
I thought you were
Get him
going to
in
say
here.
he was a good humper.
Get him in. Oh, he's that too.
No, he doesn't hump. He's not a humper.
I thought he was humping the chair earlier today.
No, he likes to bury his face in the chair and roll around on his back. You know, he's
Cappy
a dog.
likes to bury his face too.
You know, you're
Oh,
gonna.
jeez.
You know, Lindsay, you're gonna catch a lot of crap tomorrow from your office mate for all of Chewy's hair being in the
I know.
office.
I gotta
Yeah,
I
that's
gotta
going to
lint
be
roll
problematic.
it. I gotta lint roll it. I kind of got. Right.
June 6th, Park West Bicycle Casino. That's a Friday night. Party, oh party. We're going to broadcast live there from 3 to 6 p.m. And then afterwards, the first ever Cappy Blackjack tournament.
Okay.
Jack! $10,000. All you got to do is go to ESPNLA.com to sign up for the tournament and play Blackjack with Cappy.
Okay.
Maybe I'll play Blackjack too.
You want me to go get him?
Who else wants to play blackjack? Who else wants to
Chewy
play?
does.
I win.
Wait, Chewy wants a hand? Funchy, come in here. I'll deal. All right, here goes. George, you want a hand? Even though you're in Oklahoma City, you want a hand?
Sure, why not?
They got any casinos in downtown Oklahoma City? Bow, bow. All right, here it goes. Here it goes. All right, Funchy Lover, come on. I can't reach you over there. Here it goes.
Just stand right here.
Here's to Chris, to Funchy Lover, to myself, to George, to me. All right, here it goes. Oh, Jack for Chris.
Jack!
A 7 for Funchy. George, you got a 9. And the dealer is showing a queen.
Oh.
So to Christopher, hit, no hit. What do you want to do, Chris?
Can I look at the other card?
You, of course you can.
No hit.
No hit. All right, Funchy Lover, you got a 7 showing. You're up against a queen.
I'm at a conundrum here.
He's at a conundrum. He doesn't know what to do, George. He's got to hit. He's got to hit.
Let's go small.
Hit it. No, it's a 10. George, you've got a 9 showing. Do you want me to take a look at your card?
Yeah, I'll stay.
No. Okay, George is staying. Here's what the dealer has. Dealer has a 10. All right, Chrissy, what do you got?
I'm screwed either way.
What do you got, Chris? What do you got? Oh, we've got a push over on Chris.
I'll push.
George has got a 9 and a
Wait,
king.
but I mean,
Tush,
push. This way you're playing blackjack. What is for the audience? What is it called again?
Blackjack.
No, because the blackjack you're supposed to see your cards
That's
right
right.
away.
That's exactly right. The
Yeah.
dealer.
So I don't know. Only the dealer is not showing the card. So that's why I was wondering: are you playing? What kind of style of blackjack?
The
are you
dealer
playing?
has a card up. You have to see what the dealer's got.
Right,
one
but
card
you
up.
also turned one of ours down. So like that's not.
So
an
you're
easy
not a
way
good
to-
dealer
I guess
either,
I'm
Cap?
not really much of a dealer.
You're supposed to do this now.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, the players get to see both their cards, Cappy.
All right, let's hear. We'll play it all over again. You
Oh,
ready?
we do
Wait, but I had a 19, so we pushed.
No, I had a 20. I had a 22.
Oh.
Tush, push.
I had a queen and a jack.
Okay, Funchy, here it comes. You ready? We're gonna. And by the way,
Did you have a
George-
20 then?
Yes,
Okay.
I had a queen and a 10.
Oh, I thought you had
doing it
19.
fast.
Now, George.
But anyway, yeah, you dealt that wrong.
Now let me tell you something right now. Right now,
Yeah?
I am going to deal another hand, George, but this is single deck blackjack. This is not like 5 decks, okay? So this is not a
Park
shoot.
West Bicycle Casino, June 6th. Go to ESPNLA.com. Be part of the Cappy Blackjack Tournament.
I like how you shuffle, Cappy.
Yeah, it's okay. I've been able to bridge them. You know what I mean? Like here you.
By the way, I got to get dressed soon, so I'm going to go behind the camera soon.
Okay, here goes.
No,
All
I
right,
say you get
here
dressed
comes-
on camera.
Here comes Chrissy's.
No, definitely not doing
All right, all cards are up now. You ready? Here goes.
It is YouTube only.
Okay, there's a 2 for Chris.
Oh, boy.
That's big trouble. Here's a king for Funchy. Georgie, you got an 8. Okay, you could be looking at doubling down. And as for the dealer, a 9. Okay,
Ooh.
here comes Chris. A 5. Ooh.
This is not good.
Here comes Funchy. A 3. Also not good. George, here's your 8, and you've got a jack, so you're in a good spot.
Jack!
And here comes the dealer. The dealer's got a 5. So what you're looking at here, Chris.
Wait, no, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to
I
put the second hand
understand.
down, you dummy.
I got it, but for the sake of what we're doing here, I'm just dealing it this way. All right, here. So Chris, you got a 7. Doesn't really matter. You're seeing that I've got a 14. Here, I'll hit you.
Okay.
10.
All right.
Cracked him. Funchy Lava, you got a 13. You got a 20. You got 20. George, you've got an 18.
I'm staying.
I've got a 14, so the dealer's got a hit. Dealer busts with a queen.
So we
Okay.
didn't deal correctly once.
Not one
Not
time.
either time did
Not
he
one
deal
time.
correctly.
But I'll deal
Yes.
again. I'll deal
Nah, it's
one
fine.
more time.
No, one more. Third time's
One
the
more
charm.
time.
Sedano's getting dressed.
Let's see
Not
it,
yet.
George.
Go ahead.
Let's see what you got. What are you wearing tonight?
Just jeans and a shirt, bro. Relax.
What do you mean relax? That's hot.
Will you deal the cards?
Well, I have to shuffle again.
Okay.
Relax, kid.
I'm starting to get hungry too.
Yeah, what are you gonna have?
Oh, he's gonna have lamb.
I told you the lamb
You're gonna
chops.
He's gonna have lamb chops.
You have the lamb chop with the
Lammy?
with the broccolini and the steak frites.
Some steak fries. Yeah.
Okay, right on. All right, here comes one more time. Here we
Is
go.
it frites or frites?
All right, here comes Chris.
I don't know.
Frites.
Here comes Chris. Chris is gonna have
I don't know either.
a king. A
It
king
is
to
frites.
Chris.
That's nice.
Hey, King.
A 10 to Funchy Lava. A 10 to George Sedano.
Yeah.
And I got the dealer down and dirty. Here comes.
No, the first card, Cappy, you have to show. That's the
Relax.
dealer.
What am I, a freaking expert in dealing? Good
I'm just
God,
saying.
man.
Haven't you played blackjack before?
It's been a little while, pal. Relax.
That's why June 6th, you got to come out to the Park West Bicycle Casino.
Oh no, Cap's gonna be the guy at the table that like plays it the one way that makes everyone else
Holy
mad, and
crap,
no,
yes.
that's the thing.
No, Lindsay Baseball.
God.
You know who used to get really annoyed at blackjack? I saw him scream at another player once in Vegas, Andrew Siciliano.
Oh, that
No,
tracks.
What
Oh,
are
I
you doing?
tra-
That's
totally
not how you
tracked.
play.
But,
Yeah,
but
that's a
hey,
total
listen,
track.
when you don't know what you're doing, that
No.
screws everybody else up at the table. Here's Chrissy's card.
Now this goes down.
No,
yours
Chris's
stays
is up.
Oh, okay. I'm up.
Yell at
Dealer
him,
is
George.
down.
I'm
Yell
up.
at him.
I'm up.
Yell
I'm
at
up.
him.
Chris, dealer down.
All right, here
okay.
comes Funchy. Funchy's got
Jeez.
a 10, and now he's got a 7.
Okay, 17 fun.
George has a 10, and now he's got a 4,
Ah.
and the dealer is down.
So the dealer's showing a 2? Is that
No,
what
the
you have?
dealer's showing a 6.
Six
Okay,
of diamonds.
Okay, so Chris, you got a 14 against a 16. What would you like?
You're going to hit me.
I'm going to hit you right now. An ace that's now 15.
Hit me again.
Hit him. Oh, and he busted 9.
I just busted.
He busted 9. All right, Funchy, you got a 17. You staying or you hitting?
I got to stay. Look, you got a 4.
you're-
You're showing a 4.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
the
showing
rules
a
of
6.
blackjack.
I'm
Or
showing a
it's-
6.
you're showing a 6. You have to hit. So, yeah.
No, you don't hit.
You got to
No, wait, Funchy, what do you
Damn,
have?
I'm doing
He
it
has a
fast.
17. He's not
Andre,
hitting.
you got to do an
Funchy,
impersonation.
you can't hit that. No.
I'm not hitting. I'm staying. I am
Oh, okay.
staying.
All right, George, you got a 14.
I'm staying. I'm staying.
Come on,
14
man.
versus
Yeah,
a
come on,
6.
Cat. What kind of deal are you, Cat? Come on, man. Yeah, man. Yeah.
So George is
14
gonna
versus
stay.
6, I stay.
George
yes.
is staying because he knows that as a 16, I still got to hit this thing.
Yes.
I still got to hit it. So he is going to bank on the fact that I've got a 10 underneath
Jailer
here.
got to hit on 16.
Oh, and I've got a 17. So
That's
I-
a soft 17.
Soft 17,
Soft
though.
17.
So I'll hit it. Here it goes.
Yeah, you have to hit it no matter what.
Oh, and I stay at a 17 with
Right
a queen.
now. Yeah.
So now I win.
I am. I'm doing it fast.
So now I win. All right.
All
Well,
right.
hey, listen, we'll all play blackjack together at the Park West Bicycle Casino on June 6th. And I may be hosting an after party in my suite.
And hopefully you're not dealing.
Oh, I can't deal. There's no chance. There's no way for me.
But you're a great shuffler.
Yeah, I
he
shuffle
is.
pretty well.
Are you guys familiar with Labubu?
What's Labubu?
Yeah, those are the things we talked about the other day, Cap.
Oh, we did.
Remember?
What are
They're
Labubu?
the little thing.
Oh, yeah.
They're like the keychain thingies. They're like stuffed animals.
But apparently they're huge. But
Oh, yeah.
now on Amazon there's Lafufu, which is like they're very open about them being like scams. But people are buying Lafufus and Labubus and comparing them.
That's because the Labubus are like expensive on like the secondary market.
Cap.
They're like
Sedano,
beanie
has your
babies.
daughter asked for Labubus?
No.
Apparently
She
they're
will.
very expensive and
They're
everybody's
big on
into
TikTok.
them.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
So how do we get them?
Yeah, but she's not on social media, so.
But I bet like some of her friends probably are, right?
Hey,
Or they
I
at
was
least
fascinated
know.
by this Labubu thing.
Trudell was fascinated by it too. He
Oh,
brought
really?
it up. Yeah, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Is his wife Annie into Labubus? You follow her on Instagram.
I know. You know what? I haven't
you would
seen her
know.
at all. I have not seen one post come through.
Maybe you're restricted.
Yeah, you could be restricted.
Oh no!
Why don't you slide headfirst into the DMs? Just
You
show
are.
me-
No,
Cap, I
don't
bet
you dare.
are.
DM her.
Don't
what,
do that.
What up,
Don't
girl?
do that.
What up, girl?
Trudell explicitly
Don't do
said
that.
that he would be mad if you
Don't-
slid into
don't-
the DMs.
don't
Wait,
do
who
that.
said that?
Trudell did. Remember, he said, "Now,
Don't
if,
do
you slid, if you
that.
slid into the DMs, I might have to throw hands." That's
What
what,
up,
he said.
Annie T?
Okay, let me
Don't
take a
do
look.
that,
Let me
Captain.
take a look right here.
I'm
Sliding.
going to take this headset off for a second. Go ahead.
Let's see here. Annie, married to Mike Trudell, mom to 3 boys. I don't see anything new. Okay, wait a second. Here's a picture of the twins. They're cuties. They're
Look at DeAndre shaking his head.
By the way, you ready for this? Trudell's kids are soccer players.
Yeah, I know.
One is number 7, one is number 10. They're the 7-10 team, guys.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's pretty cool. Pretty
You know
cool.
why, right? One is after Messi, one's after Ronaldo, probably.
No, I did not know that. I did not.
I'm just
You
taking
re-
a stab
you
in the
really
dark.
thought he knew that?
No, I didn't know.
Just
Wait,
taking a stab
me?
in the dark.
I knew that. Did you know that?
No.
No, me neither. Had no idea.
Well, 10 is always the captain in soccer.
I think that's right.
No, that is right.
Always?
I don't know about always, but often on
Okay.
a team.
All right. Well, you sounded like a soccer expert there. Sounded pretty good. Sounded like you knew what you were talking about. I'm the captain. You do.
By the way, we just dealt cards, but Dealer's Choice Real Deal brought to you by Seller's Advantage. Want to sell your house before you call an agent? Call Seller's Advantage. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs needed. They make selling easy. Call 888-390-AS-IS for a no-obligation offer or visit sellersadvantage.com. DRE 0196-1658.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
I'm
very,
smooth.
Very nice. Very good. Hey, George, you still with us?
He's changing.
Oh, he is?
Yeah. But he's got to change his underpants.
Yeah, I bet he does. You know what always freaks me out when people have like Zoom meetings in hotel rooms or in their apartment or even if their house and they're in their bedroom and behind them you can actually see their bed. So like if I'm in a hotel room, like I'm oftentimes at the East Central and I take Zoom calls in the morning, I turn my computer so that you can't see the bed behind me. Is it just me or does
Why? Do you have a messy bed?
No, I'm with you. I feel like it's weird. And I remember one time Joe Reedy, who is an AP reporter, he was in Cincinnati, Cleveland, then he was a reporter for the Chargers, and he was on a Zoom call with one of the players, and the player stops and he goes, "Joe, are you in the bed?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah, sorry about that." And it was just so weird because it was like, who does like an interview with an NFL player from their bed? That's
Yeah.
weird.
I know. Anytime I see people having Zoom calls, like I had this one Zoom call with this guy, and I'm like, "Are you in your bedroom at home?" And he's like, "Yeah, I live in New York City and I live in a 1-bedroom apartment." I'm like, "But we're having a business meeting and I'm in your bedroom and your bed is behind." By the way, it's nicely made, but still, it kind of just freaks me out a little bit.
What'd you want him to do?
turn the camera a different way? Going
Should he have done it from the kitchen?
Yeah, somewhere else. Yeah,
Yeah, like the kitchen or
kitchen
something?
would be fine.
The bathroom?
Yeah. Now, Lindsay, I noticed that you've got Chewy sitting on your lap right now on the YouTube show.
Oh, I just saw a picture of Sedano's pillow.
But Sedano's. Hey, can we go back to Sedano's bed?
Yeah, I think let's go back to it.
I think that's not for air.
Why is it not for air?
All
That's
we
where
can
he
see
was
is his
sitting.
pillow.
Right, that's where he was sitting.
saying, you
By the
never
way,
know.
shout out to Chico, who apparently paid $1.99 for me to see the comment. Can't wait to press the flesh with Chris.
Nice.
I can't, sir. June 6th, Park West Bicycle Casino. We'll press that flesh together.
You're right, Lindsay. I mean, we probably shouldn't look at George's bed because the nightstand. I don't know why he's got that lotion and that towel right there.
will you
That's-
stop? Will you stop with that joke?
Come on, man.
How often are you going to use that joke like we're in
When I
junior
can.
high?
Oh, you're someone to talk about
Yeah.
junior high jokes?
Yeah, I am.
What? Because you'd use elementary humor?
No, I don't talk about that.
You don't talk about what? You talk about scraping your tuchus.
No, it's called a scraper.
What is a scraper exactly?
When sometimes it's a tough exit.
Oh my God.
Chewy probably has some scrapers.
Is that true?
Oh man, that's gross.
You probably cleaned those scrapers up at some time.
Enough.
Don't
bring that bit back.
Come on.
Cap, didn't you? You didn't mention that Chewy's declared his NFL fandom.
That is true. Chewy today was, I guess, getting his nails done. I guess
yeah,
he was
over,
getting a
over,
mani-pedi.
over at Healthy Spot, like
Yeah.
right across the street.
And they had some NFL-related, like, scarves. And you let Chewy pick out his own scarf, therefore declaring his fandom?
Yeah, and now you can call him Raider Chewy.
Well, he's not the only Raider Chewy in town. I can tell you that right now. Seriously, a lot of guys. I go by Raider Cap. There's plenty of guys that go by Raider Chewy. But now, Chewy's wearing a little Raider scarf.
Right now?
Right this
Well,
second.
let's get the camera on him so we can see. Oh, there he is. I see him.
Look at him. Look how cute Chewy is. Why is Chewy here today?
Why not?
Well, I'm just wondering, is today like bring your dog to work day?
Every day is bringing dog to work day for me.
But you never bring him to work.
Well, it's because I had to. I do actually, Cap. I bring him. I feel like I used to bring him like maybe once a month, and he hadn't been here in a while because he got skunked, and he still kind of stinks. So I had to do like my spring flea bomb in my house, and so I can't leave him in the house because you have to like close all the windows and doors, and it's hot out, so I couldn't leave him outside all day with nowhere to go inside. So I brought him to work.
When I came back from the hospital, I did the winter rat bomb here in the
What's
building.
that? What's the winter? Oh, the winter rat bomb.
Oh, there are those. That's what those traps are.
You're a bad guy.
No, you're a bad
You
guy.
are a bad. No, I'm a good guy. You're the bad guy.
Well, yeah, you're
Christopher, I like that jacket you got going on.
Thank you, the great Raj Kaswani Taylors in Sherman Oaks.
Hey, the network gave it to me. Yeah.
What?
People who got it, got it. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think there's a promo running where I tell Travis, because he's got to get a new suit. He's too skinny. But Raj makes the lining. You can pick out the lining now when you get a custom jacket or suit. Imagine if we get Travis a suit, but the lining is my face.
Oh, that'd be great. Now, is that the same guy that was going to make my shirts for my birthday?
Yeah.
That never made them for
Well,
me?
I got sick, so we can do that.
You got sick?
I did.
You
I don't know
almost
if you
died?
know, I almost died.
I didn't know, really?
5:56 p.m.
I didn't know that.
George, did you change? Are you all dressed up?
Let me take a look at you, George.
No,
Put it back
just
on
wearing
camera.
jeans. That's it.
Let me take a look at how he's filling out those pants. Let me take
Yeah,
a
are
look
you
at him.
like Trudell fills out those trousers?
Right.
Yeah.
No, hey,
I'm
listen,
just
Jerry
yeah.
Hairston
So I got
Jr., did you
I
see
told
him?
them to put my order in. I'm just waiting on the Uber to hit
Yeah.
send, and then I'm out of here.
That kid was filling out those trousers.
Yeah, he looked good today, Jerry
George
Hairston
Cap
Jr.
said that he wanted to see you in your hotel robe.
Yeah, let's see it.
I didn't see a robe actually in this room.
No robe?
I don't believe so.
What kind of place they got you in?
I mean, it's a nice place, but it's I didn't see a robe. Maybe there was one. I just didn't check.
Oh, check the closet.
I don't feel like getting up now after you know how hard it is to get into this bed to be able to do this show right now with this laptop configured the way it is.
Oh, my God. George is in his hotel room, in his bed. Chris is here wearing his gutless
There's no
hat.
desk in this room because it's a handicap room because I was the literal last person to arrive during this stay. So they gave me this is the room they gave me.
Wait, so did you check in before or after Bob Myers?
He got here first.
Oh, okay.
You guys didn't take a car together from the airport?
No, so he had told me the car was there, and I forgot, and I had already scheduled an Uber to pick me up at the airport.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, hey, listen, George, let me get your feedback on something. You know, you definitely had some resistance towards the YouTube show.
It feels like we're doing public access, but if that's what you guys want to do, I'm good with that.
No, I mean,
Wayne's
listen,
World.
Here's the thing. We could definitely format it more and tighten it up. We're just kind of doing laissez-faire.
I think there's probably a way to do that. I would just
And when
say
we do
that,
this more big picture later on in the year, there will be breaks and reads. And
but I would say the public access was more while I thought that was the most fun part, it was the part I was most engaged in. I'm not saying that as a negative per se. Was the Blackjack. I was by far the most engaged with that.
Well, it's an hour of commercial free. And you think about what we did here. We kind of started it off like, we were just getting off the radio and getting onto YouTube. I loved what Beto did, getting Jerry Hairston Jr.
Yes. I would say the Beto thing was by far the best thing.
It was awesome. And then a little Blackjack action was okay. Yeah. And sort of long format, commercial free, podcast style, don't really have to watch your P's and Q's. I kind of like it.
P's and Q's.
Yeah.
Okay.
What would you
We're
say?
not allowed to swear, though.
We're not?
No.
Why not?
We're not, because that's the edict that came down. We're not allowed
From
to swear.
who? When did that happen?
Just saying.
When did I
From
miss that?
the people who sign your checks, bro.
Yeah, but I didn't see that. Nobody sent me an email.
Because you don't check your email.
No, I checked it. I saw Chris's email. He didn't say, "Hey, by the way, everybody keep your watch your." Watch
I don't
your
sign
mouth.
your checks.
Well, you walk around here telling everybody how you're the boss.
I never do.
All the time.
I say
Hey,
consultant.
by the way,
Oh, really?
Uber's going to be here in 1 minute. Just so you know.
Okay, you're fine. We can go. Are we good?
I mean, we're almost here anyway.
It's 5:59:40.
I'm not there yet.
You want to?
I'm here. We could if you want. Thank you to everybody that checked us out on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. Tomorrow we'll do this. Are we doing this tomorrow or no?
What's tomorrow?
Yeah.
Is it game two?
You guys,
Yeah, for last half hour. Same thing as yesterday.
I won't be here for that, but you've got it, Cap.
Who else is going to be here tomorrow?
Beto.
Oh, I love
So
Beto.
you and Beto.
Beto.
And the whole crew, thank you to producer Lindsay Baseball, producer Funchy, producer D, Young D, and Kasim, and the whole crew in the back. I don't know who's all back there, but who is all back there?
I can see Anthony back there.
Oh, Anthony.
Anthony.
And who else?
Anthony and Lucas.
Oh,
And Lucas, the great
this guy,
Lucas, Riz's nephew.
Lucas will do anything, man. That guy.
He will.
You give him any task at all. Today
All
he
right.
went to Target.
George,
to go
have
get
a great
bicycle
dinner.
Cards.
Thank you. Uber's pulling in. See you later.
Beautiful.
Enjoy the lamb.
Bye, George.
Everybody, have a great night. We continue now on 710 and on the all-new ESPN LA app. Game number 1, the Eastern Conference Finals. Pacers, Knicks. We'll see you tomorrow.